don't see how we can make bigger enemies.
To be offended or frightened of everything.
So you've become like the sort of Tony Scarface of podcasting.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the morning show. You can follow everything our friend Pantelis does at patreon.com/Pantelis. All exclusive content is over there, and you can head on over to his website, or he has a link tree, I think, now, for all details on his shows coming up this summer, which you must absolutely get tickets to. It's a huge event, the Just for Laughs Festival in French, Juste pour rire, that Pantelis will be participating in, and we're all excited for that. Poseidon over here producing the show, the Poseidon69 on all socials, and balabanos.com. If you want amazing videos, you head on over to that, or you contact Phil, and he'll be more than glad to meet up with you and take a look at what you want, what your needs are, and how he can make that happen. As for my stuff, you can check it out at justusdads.ca or the backstagepod.com for those two podcasts. How's it going, buddy?
Yeah!
Did I forget anything?
No, I just want to add some stuff.
Yeah,
on patreon.com/Pantelis, like he said, we had a In Bed with Poseidon featuring the Distinguished Gentleman episode yesterday. I think it was very good, excellent, I would say. Well, excellent. You know, we had some technical difficulties. Shit happens all the time, especially when we have our collective fuckery energy in the room. You know, there's going to be some mistakes. Go catch that shit, patreon.com/Pantelis. Also for the dates, like you said, panteliscomedy.com. Click on dates, motherfuckers.
What are the dates again? Remind everyone.
21st and 23rd of July are Pantelis' Hour in French. Le dernier des vrais, motherfuckers. And on the 28th of July, he has the French Nasty Show, which is called Les Rebelles. 28th of July, go get tickets. panteliscomedy.com, click on dates. Don't be gay.
Don't be gay. And if you are, it's still fine. I mean, we have no problem with that.
No, not that kind of gay. Like annoying. Don't be like a loser.
Yeah, don't be stupid kind of thing. Yeah,
exactly.
You gotta go do it. Yeah. What's the distinguished thing, man? What distinguished gentleman episode was it?
So
I can't wait for this one.
There's been a merger.
There's been a merger.
Absolutely, yes.
Headline news, guys. This is it made news all over the world.
This happened a while ago, though.
Yeah.
In Bed with Poseidon merged.
Yeah.
Well, merged. With the Distinguished Gentleman.
What was the Distinguished Gentleman? First time I hear this.
Distinguished Gentlemen are Alex and Veron.
Oh, they have their own.
They don't have their own thing, but
they just call themselves Distinguished Gentlemen.
Exactly. So it's like the movie The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, where they had to go and they investigated shit to see if it was real or not. It was with monsters and shit.
Yeah, I don't remember. I remember watching that movie, but I really don't give a shit about it. It was just. I remember it being horrible.
It was horrible, but I watched it when I was a child.
Yeah, I remember a huge submarine.
Yeah, there you go. Well, when you're a child, everything is fucking awesome, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm probably going to watch it again. I'm gonna be like, this is a hot pile of garbage.
Yeah.
You know, but when I was a kid, I watched it. When did it come out? 09, I think.
No. It was before that. It was. I'll tell you exactly when, because I was still working.
03.
Yeah, that's it.
03. So I was 10 years old when that shit came out, and I watched that shit. And to me, it was one of the most awesome fucking shit I had ever seen in my life. Obviously, it's probably garbage. Like, you know what I mean? The
Okay,
car, the
so
car was
back
dope.
to your story now. So they call themselves distinguished gentlemen.
Yes, so it's in that, just so people can understand, it's in that nature. The distinguished gentleman, right?
Okay. So now you merged, you joined forces.
We joined forces and
Yeah.
we tackle conspiracy theories. And then at the end of every episode, Alex brings a conspiracy theory, whether it's known or not relatively known, it doesn't really matter. And then we come to our own conclusions. Yesterday, it was a little bit of a woozy because for the first time, usually I have a conclusion down packed. But yesterday, I flip-flopped twice because it was a good conspiracy theory, bro.
Interesting.
You don't give a flying fuck.
Look, as long as you're having fun and as long as people are tuning in and they're watching and they're enjoying themselves, that's what matters. How was your weekend?
It was good. It was good.
Let's go back a little bit. Last
I almost
Friday,
got into 2 car accidents.
yeah, that doesn't surprise anyone.
I got recognized.
You got recognized on the street.
No, at Carrefour Laval, and I had a surf and turf. It was a good weekend.
You're saying that as if it's the first time you had a surf and turf, like you just discovered it.
Oh no. But I really enjoy surf and turf. Like it's very good. I had filet mignon
Filet mignon
and shrimp.
and shrimp.
Shrimp. Yeah.
Where?
This place at Saint Anne de Bellevue.
Oh,
Nothing crazy fancy. Just
I haven't been there in a very long time. We used to, when we were younger, we used to go there when, back in the day when we used to hang out in groups of like 10 or 15. Remember those years?
I don't.
No?
I was always a outcast.
A loner, yeah. But it's nice over there. Last Friday, for those who had tuned in, we had to stop the episode short because of some issues that Pantelis was having with his car. Is everything fine there? Or what was going on?
He spoke about it on 2 Drink Minimum.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you the short version. I just read something. Sorry. His car had issues. The car would start, but it wouldn't be put into gear. Nothing would work. We tried everything. We tried removing fuses. Viron went and disconnected the battery and everything. I almost died because they gave us instructions that if I had followed through, I would have been exploded on the spot. So we avoided that. And then finally, the simple solution was to smack the shifter. And it
worked.
It
was a little pin.
It's like a
unblocking.
design fault or some shit like that. But nobody at Ford. It was ridiculous. Go listen to the 2 Drink Minimum episode. It drops at noon. Go listen to that shit.
It happened to me once. Thankfully, I was with my dad. Like immigrant dads for these sort of things, they have this reflex that just makes everything work. Everything is okay when you're in this type of situation and you have one of these individuals with you. It was the same situation. I couldn't put it into drive, and thankfully, I had a flathead screwdriver, and we managed to move the pin. And we put it into gear, and it worked.
Very nice.
The man of the hour.
Yes. Did you start the news yet?
Ready? No, we haven't. Ready for his soccer match. Look at that. All right, we were talking about your exploits with your car. And
funniest shit.
We'll check out the latest episode, 2 Drink Minimum. I talk all about it. But right now, we're going to talk about other things. I brought the tickets here. I'm not going to give them out. They're going to be given out on the at the end of my first solo show on the 21st, next Thursday. There are tickets for Mike Ward, sous-écoute at the Bell Center. These are legitimate, 100% non-counterfeit tickets. Real tickets. I will give them away at the end of my show to 10 lucky people. Not the same 10 people, like a group. Just I'm going to have Poseidon go on stage and then just check who's able to go the next day, who wants to go, and all that shit. So, records will be broken, as you've all seen on the TV, as you read in the newspaper. If you read in English, you probably saw it in the Gazette. If, you read in French, he was on Sucré Salé yesterday talking. It's everywhere. People are aware that the record is being broken. We've been talking about this for 2 years. They thought it was a myth. It was not a myth.
It's actually happening, and it's next week, I believe, the show?
It's next. Did you read the Gazette article?
I know. I saw it in passing, and I thought for sure we're gonna talk about it. He is in line.
A little aggressive. I agree with you, sir.
He's in line to destroy a world record.
Well, it's already done.
It's already done because the tickets are sold. But
even me, by the way, because people are like, "Oh, Pantelis, what are you asking?" I didn't ask for anything. I bought the tickets myself because I want them to be ticket sales. I don't want to be given. The tickets are bought. These are real tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those 10 people going, the extra ones are count in the official thing. They're legit tickets.
So what's the record now in terms of ticket sales or actual people present?
Well, it's for a live podcast.
Right.
It's always ticket sales because the rest.
Yeah,
doesn't
but
matter.
you can sell like 30,000 tickets, but live you like I don't know 15,000 only show up and
Yeah,
it
but
doesn't
that's
really
not
beat
gonna-
the
yeah.
record. Like what's the
That's
record
not
now? I
gonna
think
happen.
13,000 or 15,000. I read somewhere.
For live podcast.
Yeah, like the record that he's breaking.
He already broke the. I don't remember what it was, but he already broke
I
it.
read somewhere. I think it was 13 or 15,000. Maybe you can look it up.
Yeah, we're at 21,000 tickets.
Yeah.
So he already broke that record.
Wow.
Now it's just a matter of how far it's gonna go.
Just
and
the
then
fact,
he
yeah.
wrote in the newspaper. He said it. You heard in the Gazette. He said his next venture is next year Olympic
Yeah, the
Stadium.
Olympic
Break another
Stadium.
rate with 2 drink minimum. I can't believe they printed that in the media. I died of laughter. They're not gonna print it. You know, they're
The
gonna
funniest shit happened yesterday, by the way.
with me.
No, with Alex. He was reading the big O, the part where it says the big
He
O,
didn't know what it meant.
and he looks at me and goes, "They're calling you the big O now."
Oh my goodness!
He didn't know what it
Come
meant.
on, man.
And I go to him, "Are you fucking serious?"
He didn't know what it was.
And he goes, "What? You're the big O now?" I'm like, "No, bro. They're talking about the Olympic Stadium."
No, but you know what the thing is? I don't blame the guy.
Isn't it just being that dumb?
No, it's not. I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think it's a generational thing. Like, you know, the Expos, whether you liked baseball or not, I didn't, but I went to the very often to the Olympic Stadium, and we know that was the big O, man. And since the Expos are done, since
Wait,
the
before I
Expos
forget,
left-
'cause someone's asking if I'm planning on going to the new stadium to watch Ajax play. I'm going in September.
Oh, look at you!
We'll go visit in September. Don't you worry. Of course, there's a brand new stadium. They just fucking signed Pineda to a 1-year deal. I'm there. I'm there, baby. All right.
that's flashy colors. So yeah, so the Olympic Stadium, not everybody knows about it, man. Nobody
I have
knows.
the new jersey too this year, but it's too disgusting. It looks like a tiger. It's too
It
distracting.
doesn't look that bad.
I wore it here one time. Very distracting.
Isn't it all black? You had ordered one. It was
I have an all
black.
bro. I have so many. Bro, come on. Half my wardrobe is Ajax.
But it's not that. You just look like a tiger.
Tangers.
I look like a yellow tiger in the other one.
Yeah.
A yellow
Rar-
tiger.
rar.
Rar. But to go back to the to Mike Ward, just the fact that you're selling out the entire Bell Center for a comedy show.
Not a podcast. This is legendary.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
harder to sell a podcast because people don't go to the Bell Center for a podcast. It's absurd.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing about this is the absurdity. Is he's like, you want me to show you how
not
powerful a podcast
and it's
is?
not the amphitheater, like it's the middle,
Yeah,
right?
which is the best part, 'cause
Entire
that's
arena,
what they offered. They
even
go-
the floor.
You want the amphitheater? Like a couple thousand people. Mike's like, get the fuck out of here. Get the whole arena. Watch this.
That's incredible.
That's amazing,
That's
yeah.
incredible.
It's the best.
Good for him.
The parking attendant was talking to me about him when I showed up now. She's like, I was watching Sucre Saleh. Did you know about this Bell Center thing? I was like, yeah, of course, I'm going to be there. Like,
Oh, I figured out a strategy with her.
what?
As soon as I pull up to the window, hey, I'm in a really big hurry. Just
We've been telling you to tell her this for like the past year, dude.
Yeah, it was a good strategy you should have used. You should have listened to it. But yeah, it was,
This is amazing, and for everyone like myself who had bought tickets from what 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah. Now they're
man,
being
it's,
honored.
come on, like it's about time. You know, we've been waiting for this to happen for a long time.
well, it's not his fault. The government was
Of course,
shutting
I'm
that
not
shit
blaming
down.
the guy. I'm just saying that it's about time. I mean, we've been waiting for this. You know.
So
we have
and then
been
he
waiting.
ruined in the Gazette my surprise for like that he's my surprise guest for Le Rebelle at the end. Like he promotes my show because he's gonna be on it, and then he's like he's not so secret guest because he ruined the surprise. However, it's not my only surprise. I am like Batman. So here's the thing: my original surprise of Mike, the surprise itself, has
being- of him
ruined
being
the
there.
surprise. However, I had another surprise that the surprise is not aware about. So even the surprise will be surprised, and everybody will be surprised.
Surprise within the surprise.
I had contingencies, much like Batman in the Justice League. I had contingencies planned in case someone were to ruin my original surprise. It turned out the surprise ruined the surprise. So I'm prepared. So don't be surprised if at that show you're like, oh, that's surprising. I'm still gonna surprise you. I got surprises.
very surprising.
Yeah. No, Poseidon's not gonna do crowd work. It's a worthwhile surprise. It's not a goofy
That
surprise.
wouldn't be a surprise, guys. That would be a disaster.
That would
Yeah.
be a.
So I'm not saying what the surprise is. I'm not even saying it's a person, or maybe it's not a person. Maybe it's a thing. Maybe you don't know. I'm not gonna say it. It's just I always
don't
have
say it. Don't-
in
you
my
said
back,
enough.
dildo.
in
You've
my
already-
back pocket. I always have contingencies.
you've already-
I am the Batman of the comedy game here in Quebec. So check that out. But also, this is your time. People could spend like $70 or $100 if they don't win tickets, but $70 and fucking get the craziest fucking shows. It literally in days. It's 21st, like my solo show. Then the day after, you have the Bell Center. Then if you missed my solo show, the day after that, 23rd, my solo show again at Plaza Czar. And then you wait a week, you calm down, bam, the Rebels.
Yeah.
The French Nazi. It's crazy.
Just go out and get your tickets, people.
Go out and get tickets.
Are there still
A lot
tickets
of
available?
bamboozlage
I don't know.
happening.
No one tells me how many tickets are even sold. It could be 10 tickets, could be 1,000, could be sold out. No one told me. I just keep selling. I have no idea. I just keep promoting.
I mean, we should try and...
No one tells me anything. So I assume I'm not doing well. Which is the opposite of what you're supposed to do.
No, I think you're doing well because if you weren't doing well, then you'd be getting
They would have told me.
pressured.
Yeah, they would have told me. Yeah. But
Sell, we need more tickets.
But I just want people there. I want for all these events. That'd be so much fun. Plus, I want to tape it too, so I want the crowd. And I'm also scared because if my people that want to see it, fans don't buy tickets, then who ends up being at the shows is these fucking weirdos that buy like passes for the whole festival and they go to whatever show they want if there's seats available. So then I don't want my hour to be filled with people who are gonna get offended. Oh, what is this? Yeah, it's gonna fucking suck.
Yeah, you want people that know your comedy.
Yeah, I want people who are prepared. People who the N word is like, yeah, bro, it's a Saturday morning. Like that's the kind of people. That's the kind of people I need at my shows. Questionable people, people with questionable morals. So yeah, get your tickets. Plaza Czar. What kind of news you got for us? Anything exciting?
This actually just came in. The Bank of Canada is hiking the interest rates to 2.5%, the highest
is
since
the economy not
1998.
doing well? Is printing money indiscriminately hurting us?
Oh my God, we're in the fucking shitter. There
By
goes.
the way, side note to what you were saying.
Yeah.
I can confirm you are doing excellent, sir.
With what?
How do you know
With,
this?
what we just said. Because I'm
Tickets?
because I'm looking at it.
Tickets?
Yeah.
You don't have ticket numbers.
But you don't need to have.
Yeah, you do. They
No,
give
you
me.
don't. I see what's available.
Oh, there's not that many seats available.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that smart?
Yeah, that's smart
You
too.
didn't think about that?
But I did think about that, but I'm too lazy. But that's for one. That's the Rebel, right?
Le Rebelle. I just
Okay.
checked Le Rebelle.
That's gonna sell out for sure because if whoever didn't buy tickets and wants to go is insane.
You're
because that
just
show's gonna-
hosting that one, right?
Look at that! I'm just
Just
hosting it. Yeah, it's
hosting.
my it's my idea. I'm hosting it. I'm gonna be there the whole night. I got surprises planned. Yeah, I'm just a host. Yeah, my face is fucking everywhere. I'm just that dude.
He's just the host, man.
Yeah, but I want my solo show because that's the one that I want to push on people that maybe they don't know me, they're not sure. That's the one that I want to push. I want to push the solo.
How do you feel about what's happening, given the fact that just a couple of years ago you weren't even attempting or not even a thought about doing comedy in French?
Yeah, what's your question? That was more of a statement.
No. I said, how do you feel about what's happening now, given the fact that a couple of years ago it wasn't even like a thought to be doing French comedy, and now like not only did you wet your feet, but you're like hosting shows and you're having special hours and all these things.
Yeah, right now I'm the greatest thing that ever happened in Quebec comedy. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, and it feels good. It feels good. It's a lot of pressure on my shoulders, right? But that's what it is. That's what being the king is like.
Talk about going out of your comfort zone, right?
Oh, completely out of my comfort zone. My comfort zone is being able to speak quick-witted. So to go in another language that's harder for me to catch my words is increasingly difficult. However, so much more rewarding.
For sure.
Because it's like, boxing. As if I'm fighting children. A lot of fun. Knock these bitches out. But if I want a real challenge, if I could knock out Mike Tyson, then it feels better. Not that punching kids in the face doesn't feel good. It feels great. But not as good as someone that could fight back.
I wouldn't know, so I'll just take your word for it.
Yeah.
So the economy is tanking. We're not going to get into it when we're talking about it for weeks on end. That the economy has been going.
Why is he
bad
giggling?
and that we've been always.
Put Alex in timeout.
Don't put Alex in timeout. He works here.
Yeah, I know, but I've always wanted to.
So for anyone like myself who's been thinking for a while now to invest in real estate,
This is the time.
think again. Fucking interest rates going
Actually,
up.
this is the time. Doesn't that mean that house sales are going to go down?
Well,
like
let's
the
wait.
price-
Let's wait and see what
Well,
happens.
the time is coming. Yeah.
I don't know about that because if the price of the
interest rate
market
goes up, the market
goes
has to go
down,
down.
but you're still paying whatever 6% interest.
But that's why the market has to go down, because 6% interest with the price that it is now, it's unaffordable for anyone.
Yeah.
So the price of the house has to go down to accommodate.
yeah, it's gonna balance out, I guess.
Yeah,
but
you're
still,
gonna end
just
up
the
paying
idea
$2
of
million,
paying that much in
bro.
interest.
Huh?
You're gonna end up paying like fucking 1 million for like something that's 800,000.
My
Well,
mom,
no. The whole point is, because these couple of years, it was a seller's market, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you're supposed to hold on to your money. So right now, if you're going to buy, the key, you put a lot of money down or you buy it outright because it's so much cheaper. So you avoid even though the interest rate is high,
Yeah, I don't know about
you
the
don't
prices.
just put no. That's the whole point.
Look,
The
I'm
point is if you-
I'm not an expert. I don't know about the prices actually dropping. They're probably
are.
gonna
I've noticed that
probably
they're
gonna
dropping.
stabilize.
I've noticed because I look at Realtor. It's one of my things. I love daydreaming about.
I
being
love
in
it
the
too,
$20
man.
million
At least
houses.
once a week, I just go through the different areas, look at houses.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about me. My wife too does it.
I love houses.
Yeah, man, it's cool.
It's,
I love looking
we're
inside.
dreamers.
It's not about dreamers. It's just out of curiosity. Like, how much is this house? What does it look like inside? You go through the pictures.
Wonder who lives this. Looks like a house the blacks must be in. Yes. Like
I have a
you go,
dream.
I have a dream.
Like that.
No, I like looking at houses a lot. I like looking at different neighborhoods, seeing the style of houses. Sometimes it's similar in every neighborhood. Like this
Yeah,
neighborhood has this style.
Yeah,
I'm a weird person. I'm a mental patient.
Well, you're not weird because you're not the only one that does it. So
That doesn't mean I'm not weird. It just means there are other
there are
weirdos.
more weird people. Yeah, you're right. What did I want to say? Yeah, but speaking of houses, I remember my mom once telling me back in the 80s when they bought the duplex in Park X, it was like $65,000, $70,000 back in the day.
God damn.
Yeah, but they were paying 15% interest back then.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
fuck,
the interest was absurd.
It was disgusting.
Oh, goddamn.
And now you get 5% and you're freaking out. You can't make ends meet.
Yeah, but also the houses are too expensive.
For sure.
And no one has money anymore. This is the thing we're discussing. Is everyone from private business to people who work 9 to 5, everyone ate it because whether you're a business and you lost money or you're a person who works and all the costs of everything went up and your salary stayed the same, you're losing money.
Yeah.
Everyone's just losing money. So the government being so slow to react and Trudeau lying for 2 years, who would have thought 2 years ago that I was this country's best economist? We're going to pay for it in a couple of years. Stop printing money. No, we're not, guys. Look at this beard. We're not. It's fine. It's fine. Get injected. It's fine. All that shit. Lies. He lied to us for 2 years. I was correct. By the way, I think people are overreacting. People are turning into weird conspiracy. I was doing another podcast yesterday, French one, my buddy. But when he had asked me like about how I feel and how I was like, fuck, in my circle, I'm the only one that didn't catch the vids. And then I said, I think it might also be because as soon as it started, I was so scared because I had the flu that I started to overdo it. And I've been taking like a lot of vitamins. I lost weight. I've been exercising. So I think it might help. I have my vitamin C's and all that. And then he said, it sounds like conspiracy theory stuff. It sounds like Trump when he was saying put bleach inside your body and stuff. And I was like, you think vitamins are a conspiracy? Like, has it gotten that?
He just realized food has vitamins.
But that's what I told him. And he goes, I get it just from regular food. And I go, well, no. The problem is that the shit that we eat, we don't get all the stuff we need.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why we have supplements. But I go, but I'm not saying inject yourself with anything great. I'm talking about vitamins. Like, if that's a conspiracy theory now, everyone's brainwashed.
But in general, I think it
Like,
was...
vitamins are amazing.
But it was well understood, I mean, in general, that if you maintained a good health and you boosted your immune system, that you had much better chances of either not catching it or if you would catch it, you'd get off it rather okay.
Yeah. I know. But he said it sounds like a conspiracy. And I was like, fuck. Are people that deep into it where they're just like, I've picked a side, now everything's a conspiracy? These fucking vitamins, bro.
I'm just wondering if people are still getting vaccinated. That's the only thing. We drove in front of the vaccination center in the Distrant in Brossard the other day with my wife, and it was completely empty. There were like 5 people, or probably more. We
Yeah.
saw 5 sitting doing nothing, just waiting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, after a while, even if in the beginning you believed everything the government said, after enough blood clots, enough women missing their periods, enough people with 3 doses being in the hospital with like life-threatening things right now because of COVID, like they're getting in the hospital. Yeah, people are like, okay, I'm done. I might not get another one of these. I get it. I 100% get it.
Speaking of COVID, there was an article that was published yesterday in the Journal de Montréal. A woman out of Ontario. She lives in Toronto. How old is she? Hold on. Do we have her age here?
By the way, I wanted to say earlier, but I didn't have I wasn't quick enough.
Yes.
But it's not funny anymore. Forget it.
Yeah.
I bet it wasn't funny then either.
So a woman out of Toronto, she got COVID at the very beginning of it, and she's been suffering from long COVID. So she's been having symptoms nonstop. She hasn't
what are her
gotten better.
symptoms?
Throat, she still can't smell. She still can't taste. She feels very weak. She can do very little activity.
She should have got some vaccinations.
Well, here's the thing, because the news came out. She requested the aide médicale. So basically, it's what we have here in Quebec. It's basically euthanasia.
Hold on. She asked to
help-
be killed?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a mental problem. This
Why?
isn't COVID.
Aide médicale à mourir. Because she's suffering, and it's been 2
From
years
what?
now from COVID.
How come they didn't want to vaccinate her?
How is she suffering?
Protect her from these.
I just told you, bro. She feels very weak. She has very little energy.
That's not what I asked. I said, how come they didn't why aren't they vaccinating her?
I don't know if she's gotten vaccinated. She probably has, but like
I doubt it. That's not what the.
Well, I don't know. Look, the article talks about her having been suffering from long COVID.
Okay.
And the effects that are continuing since the very beginning when she caught COVID, and she asked for medical aid to put an end to her life.
God damn, that's got to be more than COVID.
Why doesn't she just eat some faques, bro? Some
I know.
lentil soup?
Yeah, we still know some people with long COVID who have those symptoms.
I mean, I agree with
they're
you.
not killing themselves.
I mean, to a certain extent, I agree with you. There are some psychological issues there.
100%. Why are we scared to say it? Let's say it. It's true.
I think so. I mean, first of all, she must be suffering from depression after 2.5 years that you can't go out and you're thinking, oh, I just want to die right now. Like there are mental there's effects of mental illness there
yeah,
for sure.
Of course.
But the fact that someone would resort to dying because of COVID, and of course, look, guys, we're looking at
the way they're wording it. They're saying it's because of COVID, but there's more. Dude, we know people that have those symptoms that still have long COVID.
Yeah.
One of them who I'm gonna ask her actually. I don't know if she could taste again. I just assume she can't because she last
How
time
long
she was
has this
here.
been?
She got it in the beginning. Of
Oh
COVID.
my goodness!
But it's just. But she still does she still does her thing. Has those symptoms.
Well, we'll see it visually if she can taste again.
How?
No, never mind.
What the fuck he's talking
I
about?
don't know what the fuck
Sorry,
you're
sorry.
talking about. What are you talking
I've already told you many times. Comedy is not for you, bro.
No, because she said because she couldn't taste, she lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
You know,
so if she's bigger, you're
If
gonna,
she's bigger, we know she can taste again.
okay. Well, she's not actually. She lost some more weight, so maybe she can't taste anymore.
Yeah, there
Point
you
is, I love how like that's why I don't, the media like I know how they spin stuff. Instead of saying like, look, this is bad. Look at the mental toll that it takes on you. Everything all combined. They're
Well,
just
because you
she
don't
wants to
have
kill herself. 'Cause of COVID. Like
I
there's
mean,
so much other shit in there.
yeah. Look, I mean, I'll take the side of the journalist on this one, just for the sake of argument, where maybe you don't have any substantial evidence that she's suffering from mental illness. Even though at first glance, when you're reading this, you're like, oh, the poor woman has suffered mentally for sure over the last 2 years.
She wants to kill herself, George.
She's depressed
Clearly,
and she
there's a
wants to
mental
kill
toll on
herself.
her.
So they're just
How
relying
is
on
that? How are we all going to sit here and be like, there was no mental toll on her?
No,
She wants to kill
guarantee.
herself. Of course, the mental toll on her.
No, but I'm saying the news is based on the fact that she got long COVID and she's been suffering. So that's what they're,
You get enough bad stuff at once and everything's wrong. I could see, like, remember I told you on Friday,
yeah.
because I was talking with him, because he even Poseidon says, dude, if I was you and if he was in my shoes Friday when nothing was working,
He'd
he goes,
break
I would
half the
break down.
city.
He goes, I'd break down crying. Now take it one
Why
step
would you
further.
break down crying?
Bro, you don't
Well,
understand.
because you can't do anything.
So my phone stopped.
The
listen to this,
phone,
listen
the
to this.
money,
My
the
phone
car.
stopped working. The money stopped. My car just wouldn't turn on. I couldn't even get out of the garage. Like everything was going wrong. And then I was like, at the end of the day, I called Poseidon. He drove me and we got a rental.
Yeah.
But he goes, bro, if I was in your shoes, he goes, and I couldn't get a rental. This wasn't working. My phone's not working. I have no money. He goes, I'd break down. And that's Poseidon says I'd break down crying. Now imagine someone one level more where that same stuff happened, but his parents just died or something, or his lover or whatever. And I can understand why enough shit happens.
Like
to
talking
someone,
about Murphy's
you kill
Law
yourself. No, I could get. That's why I'm saying. Let's talk about the mental toll on this.
Yeah,
lady.
yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
You want to talk a little bit about Elon Musk? I mean, that made news in the last couple of days. Where I don't know how, because I've been reading a lot of things. I'm not sure if it's official that he's requesting to drop the deal, or if it's just pressuring Twitter to come up with. So here's the story. From what I understand,
Yes.
he made the bid to buy Twitter.
Indeed, he did.
In the many complicated things that we will never understand, there was a request for Twitter to.
How would you not understand this? He requested the numbers. He requested
To disclose certain information specific to the fake accounts.
because he had his doubts. He goes, I feel like they're fucking fudging the numbers.
Yeah.
And it looks like he was correct because they refused to show them. And he kept asking, like, well, you want me to buy something? You can't be like, it's behind that door. Just pay me. Like, well, show me what it is.
Because if you're telling someone that here's the value of what you're buying, but in reality it isn't, because what you're selling, like 2/3 of it is fake. It doesn't exist.
Yep.
The man has obviously the right to get whatever it is at its actual value.
So he kept pressuring them and they refused.
So now part of the deal was that if any of the parties during this whole negotiation period would pull out of the deal, they would have to pay $1 billion in penalty or whatever.
Yeah.
And from what I'm reading, this is what's happening now. So
No.
Is it confirmed that he's pulling out and he's being sued for the $1 billion?
What he said is, I'm going to pull out because you're not giving me the info. And then they said, okay,
and they're
we're
suing him for the $1 billion penalty.
More than the billion, they're suing you for the billion, but then they go, you have to buy it, basically. But what's dumb about them, this is why I tweeted yesterday, I think this guy's playing 4D chess, is because if this goes to court, when it's brought up, they're gonna have. He's gonna be like,
They're gonna have to produce the evidence.
Yeah, because the
prove
judge
it.
can be like, all right, you want $1 billion? Well, what he asked for makes sense in the deal. You want to see the merch. Like,
Right.
if I'm gonna go buy a car and you're not showing me the car, you're like, don't worry, just give me the money and it'll appear. I get it, right? So if then the judge is gonna force them by law to show these numbers, then they're gonna fuck themselves because then he could pull out because if they lied, that means that the original stuff was fraudulent.
Yeah.
And then if they didn't lie, let's say it's real, he was intending to buy it anyway, so he doesn't lose.
Yeah.
But he just forced them to. They're so stupid. I love it. I love it.
You'd think that their lawyers would be probably smarter than
No,
that.
we met
and
their
ca-
lawyer. She was on Rogan. She's a fucking woke dummy.
Yeah.
Bro, she was being
I'm sure
thrown.
Twitter- I'm sure
she was
Twitter
being
doesn't
thrown
only have
evidence,
one
bro,
lawyer.
evidence, and
Yeah.
she's like, she didn't know what to fucking say
It is
on
what
Rogan.
it is.
Yeah, bro,
It
she's
is.
dumb. They hire woke. They didn't hire smart. That's what happens. Man, I want the best person. That's what I want. Like, if I need a lawyer right now, I would get Johnny Depp's lawyer. That chick, Camille. What's her name? She was a good fucking lawyer, bro. You get
She
the
was
best
excellent.
lawyer.
She was
I'm not
amazing.
gonna go. I'm not gonna get a Greek guy because I'm Greek. I'm gonna get the best lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hangs out at the coffee shop.
Yeah, that's what I need.
Yeah.
Someone telling me how the Earth is flat.
Camille Vasquez.
Yeah, I like her.
Yeah. So Elon Musk, man. I mean, this guy just doesn't. How many kids does this guy have? There was something came out, some news that dropped. I think last week. I think or over the weekend.
Bro, this guy's coming in everyone.
There was a comedian.
Yeah,
I
he has
can't
like
remember-
10 kids or some shit.
There was a comedian, I think 9 kids. There was a comedian, I can't remember who it was, and it sucks because I'd love, I hate not referencing the people, but when the news came out about him pulling out of the deal from Twitter, the news also came down the pipe that he, one of his employees from I don't know which company that he has, gave birth to twins, and
they were his?
They're his, yeah.
Nice.
So. That opens up so many other questions, but
I
initially.
tried impregnating my employee. He never gets pregnant.
So wait. So the comedian's like, well, apparently the only thing Elon Musk is able to pull out of is Twitter.
It's a meme, bro. We saw it.
It's
We
so
saw it
fucking
everywhere. We saw it
funny.
everywhere. You're just repeating a meme. You're doing what he does.
So funny. I didn't see the memes, man. I just saw this comedian tweeting. And I thought it was funny.
You're talking about Danny Polchuk.
Was it him? I
Yeah,
don't know
so he's
who
our
it
boy.
was.
Yeah. And then everybody took it and memed it, but he was the first. The boy D Poles.
My anatomy doesn't permit that. By
But
the way.
I can't fault him. I can't make fun of him because I've already said if I was a billionaire, if I had that, bro, I'd have all kinds of kids. I'd want to have a super huge family.
Right. I'm just
a
wondering.
lot of
you can-
heirs.
If you can afford it, why not? It's fun. You have a big family. It's fun.
I'm just
And then
trying.
when you pass away, so they can inherit all your money, they have to duel to the death.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do that.
I'm just. I'm sure someone.
Just the boys get the money.
I'm sure someone. I'm just wondering. I'm just putting myself in his wife's shoes for a second. It's like, is this like a normal thing? Like, was
His
she
wife,
made aware?
You mean the chick who's named Grimes?
I don't know what his wife's name is, but the one with whom he had all those weird named kids.
One weird name kid, but that's Grimes. That's the
Two-
Canadian singer.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Two. He has one called X Dark Side Rail.
Whatever. So are they still
Dark Side Rail.
Are they still together? I'm just wondering if the
I
deal.
don't hate it. I don't hate it.
I'm just wondering, and this is all they can do whatever they want. It's a private life. I mean, we have no place in it to judge. But I'm just wondering, at that point, did he tell her, listen, this is my lifestyle. I bang chicks. There may be some kids that I'm not aware of. Are you okay with it? She's like, you're a billionaire,
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm okay with it.
He's
kind
like,
of
look,
thing.
I'm coming everywhere. I don't. I if it's consensual, I don't mind anything. The only thing I mind is when it's non-consensual. Like that guy there, the architect or whatever the fuck he is, the civil engineer that's out here raping and grabbing
That
asses.
stupid
everywhere.
ass.
That guy I don't
Yo.
like, and I also don't like the judge because I don't like that
They're
there's.
stupid arguments, man. Like,
I
what
don't
the
like
fuck
that
was
there's different categories of people. So you're telling me because of my job? So let's say right now I'm a comedian. I gotta go international. So I can go rape people, and the judge is gonna be like, "Well, he's got to work internationally. We can't give him a criminal record." Well, no, isn't you're supposed to judge the crime, not how it's gonna affect the life of the criminal who
even-
committed the crime.
But even on that crime,
I have a question.
One of his arguments was, listen, it happened very quickly.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah,
He
it
was
quick.
under the, he was drunk.
Okay, what about the woman? What about the woman? The woman has to travel and live with it now, right?
Yeah.
What about her trauma living with waking up with someone else's fist in your vagina?
It's disgusting.
That
It's
doesn't
disgusting.
count?
So he got acquitted.
But that doesn't count.
I don't know. He got in French. It's an absolution. I don't know. Is it
Absolution.
an
Absolution,
So,
yeah.
now the story.
Absolutely.
Now the story doesn't end there. Earlier this week, I think it was.
Yeah,
on-
we talked about 2 drink minimum. He was in Cuba.
He was in Cuba.
and he went and grabbed
And
some
this is
Quebec
after.
asses.
This is after the he got an absolution. Like, do you not understand? Do you not learn? Like, what the fuck is wrong with
I
you?
see what you're saying. twice in the same week. What you're saying is it maybe the fault of Quebec women? Now, I didn't see it. I didn't see it that way, George, because he did fly to another country and still was magnetized to the buttocks of a Quebec woman. Is this the fault of Quebec women and their rears? Perhaps. There's a good argument.
Look,
I don't agree with you. It seems insane, but I like that you're bringing up
You
interesting
know what's
arguments.
crazy that I just thought of? He may have even raped Cuban women there.
No. We could tell, dude, he's into Quebec ladies. He goes international and still goes after them Quebec ladies. This guy's got one type, and it's that's his type. Oh, by the way, just a side note, because I always joke about the in French, and Poseidon's like, my girlfriend never says that, but I started laughing so much at the table on Saturday, but I don't know if everybody noticed. He said something, she goes, and then I just broke out laughing, and he's just staring. Like, I'm like, did he notice why I'm laughing? Did he get that? It just happened? He said it never happened, like it just happened? I don't know if he caught it. I don't know if you caught it.
Yeah, but not to how you said, not
Hold on. But so you did catch it.
Yeah,
you
but
know what I'm
everyone
talking
says,
about. No, it's a Quebec thing. It's a Quebec thing. Yeah, that's why.
Voyons donc.
Yeah, it's a Quebec. I love
That's
it.
so true. I never noticed that, man. I never.
So when she did it on Saturday, bro, I was dying.
I didn't notice it.
Because now he didn't. He noticed it 30 seconds ago. He's like, but yeah, now he didn't notice. But yeah, they all do it. It's one of the things I love. Every time I hear it, I go, I love it.
But back to the story.
It's kind of like Greeks with
Yeah. We
Or
say that,
re.
No, that is a word. Anyways, Poseidon. Fuck, bro, this kid.
So there's a bunch of people that went to demonstrate over the weekend in front of the courthouse against the decision of this.
Yeah, all the French
retarded
girls in the
judge.
chat understand what I'm saying.
Now, obviously, I think this case is obviously going to go to appeal. So I don't, people are panicking, and they should, because this is the wrong decision. And we're not lawyers, we don't know, but it just feels so wrong for the judge to come out with that kind of decision.
Yeah.
In any case, from what I've read and from what I've heard from different experts, this is definitely going to appeal. And given now what's happening, I mean, if he gets other accusations from what happened in Cuba, which it seems he is, because the lady went to the police. Chances
You see
are,
the chat, Poseidon?
chances are that
Are the Quebec ladies? They're agreeing.
yeah, he's in
Yeah.
trouble. I
Hey.
think he's in trouble.
No, not him. They're agreeing with the.
No, I know. We're just saying two different.
And
stories
that
at the
isn't a
same time.
word. It's not a real word.
Re?
Yeah. There's no actual meaning.
Yeah,
behind
it's from vrai. That's where it comes from. Hello, vrai. But it comes from they cut it off. It's a street slang.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
instead of brother, bro. It's
Yeah, but it's more of a sound.
no, everything is
Like
everything
ha.
is a sound.
Like yeah.
No. It comes from vrai.
Okay.
Hello, vrai.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it
It's a
comes
word.
from.
It's a word.
It's a word. It's an actual word.
Oh, okay. I never saw it as a word.
That's your problem. That's a you issue.
It's a sound. It's
yeah.
not a word.
Yeah. All words are sounds, Poseidon.
No, but you open your mouth and you make a noise, bro.
That's
It's
a
not
sound. That's a fucking sound.
It's not a
That's
word.
I know, but you know what I mean.
You don't. Carry on.
Sure. Okay.
So can anything happen with this guy now? Can he get?
I don't know. Look,
Can
we're not
you
we're
go
not lawyers.
back-
We're not going to start assuming stuff.
No,
but
but
I
are you allowed to take him back to court and be like, "Look, judge, someone fucked up. This guy's out here grabbing ass."
I think the minute the decision is rendered, I don't think you can go back. But from what I'm reading, or maybe you could, I don't know. I don't know if there's any lawyers out there that can correct us. Go ahead. But from what I'm understanding is that 100% this case is going to appeal. Now, the question we had last week when we brought up this story is, can the Court of Appeal reprimand the judge for the decision that was done, or can it just correct the verdict?
I will say two things. One, I hope that they have the power. Two, that would be real justice. If you were allowed to, because remember my argument is that government's too big and you can never go back on them. That's huge power. I hope we could do that shit.
I'm wondering. I don't know how the justice system works. I don't know. I don't know if they're there specifically just to analyze the decision that the court made, or if they're there to look at the entire thing and say, this judge is a complete idiot. Not only are we reversing this decision, but we're sending something, whatever, a written notice to the government or to the Minister of Justice to reprimand. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that could happen.
I think you should be allowed, no? Because then what's the point of having different levels and layers of government?
Well, to analyze the case and the decision, but not perhaps the people that made that decision. I don't know. Does that make sense?
But if it's criminal, can you do that? Like, because this is criminal, no?
Of course it's criminal.
Can you check that out, Poseidon?
Check what out? Sorry.
See what?
Can the Court of Appeal reprimand a judge? Anyway, I hope that could happen. But from the cases that I've followed, there's not that many of them. where the Court of Appeals has overturned decisions. It's only been specific to the decision, to the actual court case. So they reanalyze basically everything that was said during the trial, and like they just look at everything again from A to Z.
Okay, but you look at
and
everything,
they make their own decision on the evidence that they
okay,
receive.
so you're saying they have the power to overturn and be like, okay, this guy has to have a criminal record. But you're saying you're not sure if they have the power to go to the judge and be like, hey, dude, what are you
stupid?
doing?
Are you blind? Yeah. Did you not see the fucking evidence? Yeah.
Well, someone has to know, because if you become a judge, does that mean that now your work is never questioned?
Because let's say they look at this case and they overturn
Okay.
the decision. By default, isn't that telling the judge that you did your job wrong and this is the right decision now? Or is there still precedent because it was...
Okay.
Because
who has the ultimate...
Well, the Court of Appeal has it.
So I think, from what I understand here, they can suspend the judge with or without salary.
The Court of Appeal.
Yeah.
How do they do that? Okay.
His full salary?
I don't think it's up to them. Maybe.
Well, if he because there's another judge that's supposed to judge him.
This is what I'm talking about. How does that work?
So look, but
yeah,
this is another province that I'm reading, but I couldn't find anything.
Still, it'll give us some insight.
Okay.
But everything's rather quite similar in North America. Anyways, so they can when another judge judges a judge, he can either reinstate the judge with or without a reprimand. He can suspend the judge with or without salary for a further period of no longer than 6 months.
Yeah, but
so less than 6 months.
hold
Or they can completely remove the judge from office. So
But
basically,
but wait, hold on. Is that though specific to a case related to a judge based on something that he did, or like a professional?
It can be
or on a.
it can be a complaint. It can be a complaint, like what's happening now. It can be he did something.
But that's what I'm saying. If it's on a personal,
it
like,
could
let's
be
say
either he's unable to judge properly, either mental or physical disability, misconduct, failure.
But that's very specific. Like I feel like that would only kick in, for example, if a judge was caught driving drunk, and then like he would be judged by
Well, hold on,
by
you don't let me
his
finish.
peers.
Failure in the execution of their office, conduct incompatible with the due execution of the office. So if he fucks up at work and stuff.
Okay. So
That is fucking up at work.
Yeah.
That's super fucking up at work.
100%.
You just let a rapist hang out, and your job is to not let a rapist
Exactly.
out. What a bunch of fucking losers, bro. So, anyways, these are
There's
the
a
guys.
lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure now on the CAC government because he was just recently appointed judge by Simon Jolin Barrette, the justice minister. So there's a lot of questions now to the minister to the effect that, what the hell did you base yourself on, making you think that he has the qualifications to be a good judge? So there's a lot of pressure. I'm obviously it's not going to end here, guys. This story is going to follow up, and we're going to probably talk about it again. You have something there?
Oh, it was more for him. Because someone in the chat who doesn't know what they're talking about. So I sent him on text. I sent you a text message about the re and vrai.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
You found the etymology?
Yeah, well, we kind of already knew it, but it's just I had a guy explain it on Quora. Quora.
Did you guys see over the weekend or a Monday? I think Mom Boucher died.
Yeah, I heard he died.
Maurice
I
Mom Boucher.
assumed it would have been gang related, but apparently it was cancer.
Yeah, he was suffering. That's been known that he was suffering in jail. He had asked to be moved to some institution, and they refused. So he was just given the care in this. Oh my God, what do they want? Okay. So sorry guys, I was getting a call.
No, it's okay.
Mom Boucher. So for the people that don't know Mom Boucher, he was the leader of the Hells Angels.
Yeah.
And if you don't know who the Hells Angels are, man, you got to wake up. You have to wake the fuck up.
The Hell Satans.
And you know, I don't know the age group of the people.
Do you remember The
to
Simpsons? The Hell Satans.
the Hells Satans. I don't know the age group of the people that are following the podcast, but there was a period in the 90s where the Hells Angels were literally just kings.
Hold on. I love how Sodom writes, no, there's no link between re and vrai, and he misspelled vrai, and it's 100% a link. They're the same word. One is slang and one is...
But that's what you said.
I know, that's exactly what I
Okay.
said, but I had to go look it up. 'Cause I was like, what the
Who
fuck?
said this?
In the chat. Sodom. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I read that. I didn't understand what he meant because that's
Yeah.
not okay.
Yeah.
So Mom Boucher, there was a period in the 90s where they were at the peak of their whatever influence you want to say. Whatever
The Hells
it is.
Angels?
Yeah.
Bro, they were selling
They
out
were-
stadiums. Tours. People would run to go see them. Some would hide from them. Very popular, the Hells
No,
Angels.
but it was huge. It was a wave of fucking terror. These guys were going after politicians. They
you
were going
say
after
terror,
judges.
I say unorthodox negotiating tactics.
And one of the biggest stories was back in '98 when he was on trial, Mom Boucher, and the jury. It was
The jury of his peers.
It was a jury, and he was innocent, and everyone was freaking out.
Was this a thing with the bullet?
Well, look, the guy.
Do you remember the bullet argument? Does anybody remember that? Poseidon, you remember the bullet argument with the Hells Angels?
No.
I think it was him in court where the lawyer was trying to argue. He's like, well, it wasn't his fault because the bullet left the barrel, right? Okay, it left the barrel. But now the guy had that time. Like when and then the bullet left the barrel, the guy still had the time because the bullet had to get halfway to that point, and the guy still had the time to move. And then
What?
the guy you don't remember this?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
man?
yeah, yeah.
No.
The
way.
whole argument was
What
like a absurd.
yeah, he shot him, but the other guy had the responsibility of moving out of the
he shot
way.
at him. He shot at him, Your Honor.
Oh, that's funny.
That guy, yeah, there was
That's
a whole.
really funny.
No,
They
those-
try whatever they can.
Look, he was responsible for the death of over 160 people.
Hold on. What type of people?
It doesn't matter if it's gang related. I mean, it's murders. But
I'm just curious. This is to establish context.
in those 160 people that were killed, 20 of them were innocent. Guys, give me a second. Let me take this call because they don't
Go,
stop
go.
calling.
Here's my argument.
Yes.
Because he's like, it doesn't matter if you killed bikers. What I'm going to say is, so cops also have shot bikers.
Yeah.
So then by the same logic, if it's a biker, we have to, so shouldn't they get in trouble too? Because how come we don't care if a biker gets murdered by a cop, but we care if a biker gets murdered by another biker? You either care about bikers' lives matters, or they don't matter.
I see what you mean. I would say we shouldn't care.
Either way?
Well, I mean, look, this is my opinion.
Yeah.
I think if you decide to live a life of crime, so if you decide to live by the gun, you should be ready to die by the gun.
That's what I'm saying.
In my opinion. So whether you get shot by a biker or a cop,
If you're one of them,
you made your own
You
life
made your- yeah,
decisions.
exactly.
Same thing as a cop. If you
Yeah.
decided to become a cop, if you die, it's either you live by the gun or you die. If you're not ready for that dedication, then that's not for you, bro.
yeah,
It's not
that's what
for
I'm saying.
you.
That's exactly it. So like,
know?
if you tell me right now a biker shot at a lady walking, I'll be like, yo, what a mother.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Because the lady did not.
A biker killed another biker. I'd be like, yeah, that's what bikers do. It's not my. I don't give a fuck. That's what they
exactly.
got into. I don't feel sad for either of them. That's what I'm saying.
That was
Sorry
the
about
code of the mob
yeah.
back in the days.
So these guys were terrorizing
He knows.
everyone. He was behind the murder of 160 people, of which 20 were just innocent bystanders.
That's what
that
sucks.
were, you
That's
know?
what I'm against. The 20 innocent bystanders.
And in those 20 bystanders, you had kids, and you had.
And I hear the argument.
security
I hear
guards.
the argument. We don't know. Those kids may have grown up to be Hitler. I get it, but it's not a right time or place for that argument.
In any case, the reason why this case was so important was that, well, first of all, it was so absurd that the guy was innocent that automatically, I think the state called for the case to go to appeal. And obviously he lost that appeals and he's been in prison since. But the other thing that this whole case started was this huge action from the government, both provincial and federal, to invest massive amounts of money on creating anti-gang forces.
Remember Eclipse? The Eclipse unit?
Yeah, there was a bunch of them. I mean, I don't know them all out by heart there, but there was a bunch of them to the point where they just fucking started nailing everyone. There was a period in the article that I read in La Presse, there was a period in the 2000s where out of the entire Hells Angels organization here, there were only 2 that weren't imprisoned.
Yeah.
Like to that point. So yeah, so there was stuff that happened that linked him to similarities between Pablo Escobar with prison guards and threatening them and sending.
There's a difference between Pablo Escobar and the Hells Angels, and the
sure
difference is
for sure. I'm
Pablo Escobar was not a fan of this show.
How come?
He wasn't around.
Yeah. So no, but I'm saying that he modeled this organization a lot on on Pablo Escobar's organization.
I mean, if you're gonna model it up for an organization, that was a good organization. He had money everywhere.
Threatening politicians, threatening judges. Just
But they do that to
fucking
us,
incredible.
politicians, and their strong arm, the fucking police do it to us. They threaten us all the time.
Yeah, there you
In
go.
any case, the fact
They
is
just didn't
that,
like a taste of their own medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact is that he was still controlling things behind bars.
I like that.
For a
That's
long
impressive.
time.
100%.
And it was
Impressive?
well known.
Impressive? I was saying it's
It was
impressive.
well known. Now,
You can't even control things in front of the bars.
I can't control anything. Yeah. We've mentioned several times in the last couple of weeks the rise of crime, especially in the with all the shootings and all that stuff. There's a lot of turf wars happening right now in the greater Montreal area. And a lot of analysts are talking now they're saying that, you know, with him out of the picture, because remember when Rizzuto died a couple of years ago, that's when all this shit happened, all the turf wars, and they knew what to expect. So you have the Italians between themselves, but also you have all these like satellite little organizations, you know, the Latinos, the Arabs, you know, all these people that are trying the black gang members.
Whoa.
So everyone is trying to grow their piece of the pie, and that's why, you know, based on their analysis, we're seeing all this shit happening right now. In addition
What you're
to
saying
all
is
of that,
immigrants are the problem.
immigrants are the problem. Yeah. No, so in addition to all this, now the fact that there's going to be an internal kind of thing now, restructure or whatever, a new leader that they're going to have to come up with in the Hells Angels. Who knows how that is going to reflect on the streets, right? So, so the police are on high alert. Everyone is kind of organizing on a potential bigger rise in crime and shootings and all that stuff. We'll see.
I mean, look, the city's been going to shit for 2 years. We need to look forward to something. At least the crime's going up.
But this guy, there's so many stories that I read where he was perceived as kind of like a Robin Hood kind of character. There were times where this guy would walk down the street, like in the East End of Montreal or in Montreal North or like Hochelaga, like in those areas, and people would stop. They would offer him stuff. They would want to take pictures with him. Like he had that kind of status, right? Like he was like this celebrity,
A man of the people.
this personality. Yeah. Like people were
people's
like,
champ.
"Oh, c'est Boucher." Like he had this whole. You know, like I don't know, like I don't want to say a vigilante thing. Like that was a murderer and
I
he
will
was a
say
fucking
something.
criminal. But
Had
he had that kind of charisma with, you know, the common people that were following.
He fucked up because they got sloppy and killed innocent. If they did not kill innocent people,
Yeah.
nobody would have gave a shit.
Well, that was the downfall of Pablito as well.
Yeah, it's like the cops don't care. They're like, all right, fuck it. It's gang killing. I don't give a
That's
shit.
true though, and I've heard that from people that are very close to the police, where they often think, you know what, they'll take care of him. The street will take care of this situation for us. Why should we get involved? I've heard that many times, actually.
Yeah, but that's what, because he was a fucking lunatic. It didn't care. It became indiscriminate killing. That's what fucked up it fucked up the Hells Angels. It fucked up everything because now you have all this heat coming on you. Any smart, like a smart businessman, right, stays in his business, does this stuff. He doesn't go out and start attacking other businesses. Like if you have a restaurant, you're not going to cross the street and throw a Molotov cocktail in the other restaurant. Now you have all these fucking
Why not?
problems. Because you have all these problems.
What
now.
was that controversy back in you guys were probably very young, but I think in the 90s, the Rolling Stones came to Montreal at the Olympic Stadium, I think, or it was an outdoor show. I can't remember.
Okay.
And the Hells Angels were the security. It was this whole thing.
I don't remember, but that sounds so cool.
Look it up. See, Montreal concert, or maybe it wasn't here, maybe it was in the States. I don't remember, but I think it was the Rolling Stones, and the Hells Angels had guaranteed their security. It's just the funniest fucking thing. You go after like a biker gang.
But why not? Have you ever gone to a security company to ask? Sometimes you go and you pay money. You're like, I want 10 security guards to stand for this show. And then they come, one's 16 years old, the other guy's 472 pounds. He can't even outwalk someone. It's like, what is this shit?
It's not so much about
Give me the
that.
Hells Angels.
Yeah,
Intimidation factor alone will deter
yeah,
criminals.
it's not so much about that. What
Oh shit! I found the Altamont free concert.
Yeah.
Since Mick Jagger didn't want to use police as security at their Altamont show,
Where is
they
that
hired
Altamont?
the real Hells Angels at the suggestion of the Grateful Dead,
I love it.
who had
At the
experience
suggestion of
with
the
them
Grateful Dead.
voluntarily watching the stage and helping lost children at a previous show.
Oh, announcement. So this year at my 2 solo shows, we have added security just because people have been getting rowdy, crazy ever since Will Smith smacked Chris Rock. My security one night will be supplied by the Bloods. and the next night buy the Crips so we can keep it fair. So yeah, come enjoy the show. You will be in safe hands. I got top-notch security. They hold their guns sideways.
It's good. It's good that you're playing the neutral ground and you're
It's
giving
not-
fair
They're each
opportunity.
getting something, yeah,
It's
yeah.
fair-
Just not at
it's-
the same time, though.
It's fair opportunity.
I'm trying to bring them together. I go, guys, look, separate.
And we don't want that.
We don't want that. You're killing each other. You're losing. Together, the red and the blue, you become
Purple.
Pepsi. You become successful. You can even beat Coke.
Successful.
Yeah.
But that's crazy though. That's crazy, and I remember that. I think it was in the 90s.
Yeah.
The idea that a fucking rock band is like, you know what? Screw the police. Let's bring.
No,
in
that
the
was in
gangsters.
1969, my friend.
69.
Yeah, December 6, 1969.
Was that, why?
Yeah.
Why do I think it was in the
300,000
90s?
people
Because
attended.
you're fucking old.
Okay, maybe I read it. Maybe I found
You are
out about it in
old,
the
man.
90s. Okay,
You probably saw the story came up and you're like, oh, I recently heard about this, but it didn't happen recently.
Maybe you mixed up the 69 with 96. Maybe you like inverted it by
Well,
mistake.
maybe,
It happens.
fuck,
It
maybe you're
happens.
dyslexic.
maybe I'm dyslexic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or dysnumeric.
Okay, bro, go fuck yourself.
Let's.
That's what Trudeau claims he is. Did you hear that? I'm
yeah, it was
dysnumeric.
well-
That's why the economy's not working. No, bro, you're fucking retarded. That's why the economy's not working.
I have been seeing an impressive amount of videos circulating online with people just yelling at him and swearing at him, and it's just crazy
Who's
to
this?
see. Justin Trudeau.
How is that crazy to see? Bro, people lost their livelihood.
No. I'm not saying it shouldn't happen. I'm just saying it's crazy to see the transition between this guy in 2015, 2019, of oh my God, Justin, and you saw that.
Yeah, 'cause people were
you saw that
fucking
hands on
dumb.
at the parade, oh, yeah, throwing themselves at it, and they were rushing to fucking. And now it's the complete opposite. Go fuck yourself, Trudeau.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Even ladies are catching up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of
That is such a fucking
no, but a lot of it,
backhanded compliment.
but a lot of it, I didn't get it actually.
He called them like they're getting like he called them slow.
You don't have to
basically.
explain the joke. It's not funny anymore then.
No, but a lot of it is coming from events where he's been that have been organized from Aboriginal communities. So it's
Yeah.
the Aboriginal communities that are fucking
Of
frustrated.
course. Like, bro, it's been 10 years. We still have no water. You fired the one Aboriginal lady that you hired because she was talking shit to you. Like, you didn't want her to actually have her own thoughts because she's a lady.
But he did suggest an Aboriginal woman to be Governor General.
I don't give a fuck what he
Who
suggested.
exploded her budget.
Yeah.
her
Who doesn't
traveling
know-
expenses.
Yeah, who her too does not know how the economy works. So no,
it's
fuck
not her
this
role.
guy, bro.
Anyways, but what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, there was another video circulating because it was the Calgary Stampede event happening this week. For those who don't know, it's a huge event happening in Calgary every
Yep.
year. It brings in hundreds of thousands of people. Obviously, all the politicians go there. And there was a clip of Justin Trudeau giving a speech. Thank you, everyone. I love this event, the Calgary Stampede. So glad to be back here and
Yeah.
blah, 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 and this and that. And then there's a bunch of comments under they were saying, wait a minute, I recognize those houses behind you. I recognize those neighborhoods. It has nothing to do with the Calgary Stampede. You are not there at the main event. So they staged.
Oh.
They staged
No.
from what's been said. His liberal
They Westerned
supporters
it.
or whatever staged an event somewhere where they gathered fans where they were applauding him and all that
fake.
stuff.
No.
And
Trudeau pulled a moon landing.
and he was talking, but look, it was still in Calgary. It wasn't at the Stampede though. It was
Well, yeah,
some,
because he would have
was
been
some
stampeded.
parallel event somewhere nearby,
Oh,
whatever.
bro.
And he's saying, "I'm so glad to be at the Calgary Stampede." Blah blah blah.
This is Stalin level shit.
That's bad,
Like,
bro.
this is like they hate me. Let me just
And
fake
people,
it.
That's a
people were
bad
applauding
sign.
and cheering him and all that stuff.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Oh,
How
wow,
funny would
that's
it be
rough.
as he's filming, like one of the houses behind falls?
Oh, like a fake. Oh, I
like
would
in
die.
like in Arrested Development.
Bro, you know who
did
does
you ever
shit?
watch that
Yeah,
show?
Yeah. You know who does that though? Like North Korea does shit like that.
Yeah,
no
seriously.
real Western democracy should be doing shit like that. That's insane.
Yeah.
God damn.
They're setting us back. You guys, honestly, though, you have to wake up. If you don't want to be waiting in line in 10
That's
years for
bad,
your,
bro. That's
your
bad.
monthly ration from
Look, to
the
be
World
fair-
Economic Forum,
yeah, look,
wake up.
To be fair, the post that was made wasn't like in the event of in the effect that look here I'm at the Calgary Stampede. It was just
Oh, stop. Don't make excuses for your homie.
look no we're look I'm just playing in both sides over here. So
You don't have to play both sides.
The comment said,
Don't
look,
be
you're
the
not at the
judge in
Calgary.
don't be the judge in the
You're
rape
not
trial.
at the Calgary
Call
Stampede.
the rape a rape.
You're not at the Calgary Stampede Because I think in Alberta they got 1 or 2 liberals elected in Alberta, so it's very possible that one of those MPs did an event, invited Justin Trudeau there, and he in his speech he referenced the Calgary Stampede and he was happy to be there. I don't know, guys. Look, I'm just playing down the middle here, but it does look stupid that you're there praising the Calgary Stampede and saying how happy you are to be there. Meanwhile, you have nothing to do with the Calgary Stampede. It's not even close. You're not in the grounds of the Calgary Stampede. Like, you're not there at all.
Okay, did you ever hear about this? Because I only found out about it recently, but apparently there's an article in January. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau had sexual relations with a minor and had her sign a $2.25 million non-disclosure agreement so no one would find out about it. And then it goes on. I think it was when he was a teacher or some shit. Did you ever hear about this shit?
Yeah, I heard about this.
I only found out about it recently. I was like, this can't be. And I even asked, I go, does anyone have any info?
Sourced where? What news?
Oh, look, there's
the Rebel News.
I heard about this a while ago.
Rebel News talk about
I don't know, man.
I heard about this a while ago. I think I even tried to talk about it with people, and I got called a retard.
West Gray accuser was much younger than first thought. Yeah, it's all these.
Oh, okay. This is probably because
CBC Trudeau probably. Oh no, that's something else. Hold on.
Yeah, I got called a retard.
Trudeau paid over $2 million. Everyone except for CTV and CBC.
There was a couple of stuff. There was one with a journalist from.
But this is an underage girl.
From a beer fest.
Is this real?
Happening. I had heard.
I think it's real.
I'll tell you why I don't think it's real.
I had heard of 2 instances.
Can I tell you why I don't think it's real?
One was he groped or he kind of did something with a journalist at a beer fest.
That I could
which
believe.
he apologized for. He was young and he would be like.
I don't believe this one is because of the money exchange. Wouldn't it be, even though she's not allowed to talk about it, wouldn't it be easy for a journalist to track?
It would be documented.
Am I crazy?
Yeah.
Am I crazy?
Yeah, no, you're not crazy.
That's why I think
that it's not real.
I feel like you'd be able to, as one suave journalist would be able to get the info because you have a paper trail.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money.
The 2 things that I had heard of, well, I didn't hear of it. I mean, I read because it was in the news. One was the journalist at the beer fest in
I'm not defending
BC.
him. It's just I'm saying, using my logic.
And I had read an article to the effect when he was a teacher out west. It wasn't with a student, however. I think it was with some teaching personnel or something, with another teacher or someone within the faculty. Not a student though, and I'm guessing from what you're saying now that it appears the information coming out now that she was younger.
Yeah,
maybe it's a separate thing, but I did hear something about him while he was a teacher. But I think if I remember correctly, it had to do something with the faculty.
But even that, did he assault someone, like sexual assault?
I don't think so. No, there was no sexual
So what
assault.
happened?
Maybe he made some advances. Maybe he tried to flirt or I don't know. Fuck what happened.
Okay,
but
not touching them.
Yeah, I think so. It was just.
I don't know, because if he did touch, even if it's or whatever, it's like now we're going back to this engineer guy. I don't give a shit what his career is.
Well,
if Poseidon on the street does the same thing, he grabs an ass
what
of someone.
constitutes-
He has consequences.
But what constitutes
Trudeau
a touch?
doesn't.
Like you're out,
Okay.
you're having a drink, you're like, hey, babe. And
No.
like,
That's not what I'm not talking about. I'm not talking overreaction. I'm talking about, like, let's say right now,
like groping.
Grabbing,
yeah.
be like,
Grabbing private parts.
Squeezing some chick that you don't know her ass and being like, "Hey, good job today in class," something like that. It's like, okay, bro, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. No, because
It's different when you go, excuse me, ma'am, and you touch the elbow.
No, that's stupid.
Well, no,
That's not
well,
sexual
guys,
assault, but if you touch...
You think you're overreacting, but there's been cases where girls have called out men because they were like, "Hey,
that's
how
not
are you?"
sexual
but those
assault.
are
Touch me, sexual assault.
Yeah, I know, but those are assholes. These women are assholes.
Yeah.
They're ruining it. They're ruining it for actual
Exactly.
guys.
In 2018, when I was campaigning, obviously because of everything that that I had gone through, not me personally, but whatever, they had put out all these kind of code of conduct, things.
Hold on.
Where it's
Jorge
like, look-
Rosales dropped $2 dues in the chat, and he goes, haven't we agreed on Trudeau being gay?
From all the stuff I hear, it's just bisexual. That's what I hear.
By
That's what I hear.
guys,
I can't bullshit
look,
and say
he can be whatever he wants. It's not,
no one has
who
a problem with
cares?
it.
Yeah,
I'm just saying
exactly.
that's what I hear.
I think he was trying to do a joke, like because
he could have assaulted a woman.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I got the same thought before, but I wasn't sure if.
But no, from what I hear but it could just be rumors and he's just straight. But from what I heard, he's bi.
So back in 2018,
or maybe he's a swinger.
That we know. That's been well. He doesn't want to talk about it, but the key parties have been well documented. Carry on.
So I don't know anything, guys. I don't know what they're talking about.
George was part of them.
No.
George
I know, it's a joke.
I organized it.
George
Yeah.
He was the promoter.
George doesn't share his wife. George only shares The stories.
No. So back in 2018, there was this kind of code of conduct, or
Bill C12 is shutting us down, bro.
Because but it wasn't. But it was like all the candidates. They kind of sat us down. It was like a kind of like a brief. Listen, you're gonna be campaigning. You're gonna meet a lot of people. Try not to be overly, you know what? Like, and for us, like,
do I take my finger out her butt? Yes, please, God.
No, but
please.
you know, I mean, you're campaigning in Parkex. You see a bunch of old Greek ladies. They
You're
know
very
you.
slow, and it's never the right time when you do.
You know, you see people that you already know. Oh, Pantelis, how are you? You know, you're gonna hug
of
the old
course.
lady. That was be careful. Just keep your hands next to you. You don't know how the other person is going to react or whatever with all these things happening. It was such a weird fucking time.
Yeah.
So weird.
No, I get that too. I get that because
It's just human nature, fuck. It's like somebody,
but
how
that's what
are
I'm
you?
saying,
You
that-
want to take a picture? You put your hand around.
I
the
want to
person.
draw a line because I get human nature. I'm a Greek guy, so we hug, we kiss, we do all that. So I get that's what I'm saying. It's not, oh, I saw him hug a woman, he's a rape. That's not what I hate. That I hate that woke overreaction shit. What I'm saying is, if he legitimately paid for hiding sexual assaults or whatever, it's crazy that he's able to do that. And then we're like, oh, but he paid her. So it's
But I'm
cool.
just wondering-
But someone else, if he does similar things, he's like.
But
the
here's the
law
que-
should be applied to everyone
but-
equally,
but-
or else it's not a law.
Look, the question is, if this had happened, wouldn't you're saying that it probably didn't happen because had it happened, the media would have had access to this information before. But if
not
it's
just
settled,
that, I think if it happened, the reason why I think well, not the media, even let's say anybody who hates him would have been able to
would have gone through discovered something.
Good, discover something because it would have been court document. There would have been even if you don't know the exact details, they would have been able to find something. That's
But
what I
but
think.
that's the
And
question.
I'm not saying it to defend him because he's my boy. I don't know. Like, we're not boys. We fucking me and Trudeau. It's been well documented. We don't like each other. However,
Even though he sends in birthday cards.
he stopped sending me birthday cards. He hasn't sent me in like 2-3 years. So, however, I want to go with what's right. Like, let's be honest. In my head, logically, it doesn't make sense that could happen, and there wouldn't be one shred of trail that Rebel or anyone who doesn't like him would have ran with and made it public. That's what I could be wrong, and he could have done it. But
I'm just wondering if you settle. Like kind of privately, like you give like $2 million or whatever.
Yeah.
Does that even appear anywhere, or because it's a settlement made privately, like it's kind of?
But the doesn't the accusation when she went forward come up somewhere?
Unless it didn't, unless
Unless you think this is all
know.
private.
I don't know.
Maybe, but then it goes into hearsay. So it could have happened, but we'll never know unless the people speak out.
Yeah, like it could have been a threat, like, "Hey, I'm gonna come out publicly," and he's like, "Okay, look, settle $2 million."
Oh, maybe.
So it's
I
not-
didn't think about that. Maybe.
He
Yeah.
is known for giving large sums of money.
Yeah, to terrorists. But normally that's our money. Okay, no, maybe. I still don't. I don't think it'd be. This is why I don't think it. Also, he doesn't seem he doesn't have that persona of like aggressor. He's very soft.
No. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It feels like the chick would get the fuck out of here. And he starts crying. Like, that's how I feel. But I could be wrong. This guy could behind closed doors could be a maniac. I don't know. But I don't feel like he did it. But you never know. I have been fooled
Yeah,
before.
he does look.
He
But
looks
usually,
soft.
But usually it's
Look, the
those.
one-
Usually it's those dudes though.
Look, the one.
Yeah, the
You know
quiet.
what? The quiet, the saw, the.
Maybe, but I don't want to speculate on that because
we're going into gossip.
Yeah,
Look,
because
the
what
one-
if it never happened and then we're just talking shit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look, the
you're
one,
right.
the one that actually did happen and was validated. He actually came out and spoke about it. You know, he said, "Yeah, it was a beer fest. I agree. I was a
Yeah,
little."
Joker's magnet. He said when he met me, he didn't know where to put his arms. It's because he was awkward, and then I sucked his dick. It was fucking
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
finally.
Oh God. Let's talk a little bit about the campaign happening over at the Conservative Party of Canada. The leadership race, basically.
Are you gonna get me Poiliev for an interview?
Look, I don't know. I've been trying to get all these guys, and nothing's happening. I don't know. Maybe after the summer, when it's crunch time. But at the end of the day, pretty much it's done now. The membership drive is over. The deadline for the membership is set. So now, I mean, I don't think they really care anymore. Now it's just a matter of mobilizing the existing members of going out to vote. Speaking of mobilizing members, last week,
Come on my podcast. You'll either mobilize people to vote for you or hate you, depending on what you say.
you know that I think a week or two before the deadline was set, Poiliev went on Jordan Peterson's podcast, and the membership fucking it boosted. I don't know by tens of
I know,
thousands.
that's what I'm saying. Podcasts are the future
Yeah.
at the present, but they won't listen to these stupid politicians. I think Poilievre is starting to understand it. He's the one who goes on more podcasts, but I
culture.
want him here.
Well, because he's also counter traditional media now, right?
Yeah.
He has his whole platform against the CBC and
Oh, this is amazing what's
Because
happening.
Poilievre, everything he's talking about economic and all that, it's fucking golden. If he comes out and also says, for example, like, I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna attack gay. I don't give a fuck. Like, you're gay, you're gay. We're not conversion therapy. I'm against that shit. All that. This guy's winning in a landslide.
Yeah.
Because if socially he's also cool as fuck,
yeah,
bro, no one's beating
He's
him.
playing it very safe though
Yeah.
on that front because he wants the vote from the West, where there's
I
a
know.
huge support of.
But be honest. Be like, look, West, I like you guys. You guys work hard. You're good
Yeah.
workers. Stop electrocuting the homosexuals. It's not a real thing. You can't electrocute someone into being straight. It's not a real thing. I'm telling you this because I care.
Are there that many?
Maybe you're not bad. You just honestly believe that it was a thing that it's not.
Yeah.
It's just you're born. That's how your fucking brain is wired. That's what you're attracted to. That's all it is. Just deal with it.
Yeah. But all that to say that in the leadership campaign last week, one of the candidates, Patrick Brown, who's out of Ontario, I think is the mayor of Brampton, he was disqualified because he was disqualified because the Elections Canada was made aware that he was using certain funds to
Buy
pay-
hookers. Buy hookers.
No, to pay for some people of his team. There's something having to do with the funds. He says that they're wrong, so he's going to challenge it. But at the end of the day, the decision is going to come out way after the whole thing
he's
is done.
done.
So he's done. Now, here's the thing. Apparently, there was a strategy between Patrick Brown and Jean Charest in Quebec. There was an understanding, because they're very similar in their ideology and in their plan and stuff like that, was to whoever would fall out in the second, if ever this race would go to round two, the other would kind of lead his members to support, the one that was remaining. So Jean Charest's strategy was, look, if we're gonna go through this, if ever I go through the second round and you don't, you give me your supporters, and if I don't and you go, then I'll give you my supporters, kind of thing. And that was the whole strategy. And it was a strategy that was so well calculated that was specific to the fact that it had to go to a second round. Now, everything has been kind of unbalanced because the people that were running the Patrick Brown campaign already came out and said, look, we're joining Jean Charest. All our members are going to Jean Charest. So that kind of destabilized the whole mathematical thing, the formula that they had put in place for the first and second round. But in any case, there's 150,000 members now from the Patrick Brown campaign that are going to join Jean Charest. Jean Charest himself, I think he had signed close to 200 or a little over 200,000 membership.
That's a lot.
Which now brings his total closer, if not a little over 300,000, which is very
high.
close to what Poilievre brought in.
So, bro, get Poilievre on the
So
phone.
it's going to come close. I don't know how this is going to play out. So the whole thing now is it's going to be a battle on getting the conservative members to vote either or. So it's going to get interesting. So come August,
I don't trust Charest. He's flippity and floppity too many times.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, look, I don't have a horse in this race. I mean, I obviously
I do. My horse is the wealth and prosperity of Canadian citizens. That's my horse. And we need someone who's not part of the establishment because the establishment has been fucking us.
Look, Charest is playing a very safe
but
line.
Charest is super establishment. He's been on both sides of the establishment.
He is very establishment. He's taking a very safe line on I'm the experience. I can bridge the gap that exists in our party and make our party strong and so on and so forth. He doesn't have it's not a bad argument because from what I'm hearing, the problem, and within the conservative members, right, the problem with Poilievre is that the issue now is how do we bridge the gap that Harper managed to bring together and make one unified conservative party, right?
Yes.
Ever since Harper left, you had the Reform and the progressive conservatives kind of split again, and it's been difficult to bring them together. And certain members of the Conservative Party worry that Poilievre may not be the one to do so.
I think he is, and I'll tell you why. He can bridge generations because young and old remember the good old days when the Simpsons were good. And he could be like, we know you love Millhouse. I am Millhouse. I am in charge of this country.
He
This is
fucking
my
looks
house.
like Millhouse.
I love it. So far, I prefer him. I prefer him over anyone, and I'm happy to see him run. And he would probably get, unless he comes out and says, let's murder homosexuals, then he lost my vote. But I doubt it. He seems
He's playing
more,
it very safe on that front.
He seems more like today's people.
But that's
He
also
seems-
the other question mark, because
funny
people
would it
are
be?
still
He's also
wondering, where do you stand? You make your position clear.
He kind of said some stuff. But not overtly, because he did say he believes in smaller government. The government does not belong in people's houses.
He's
The
been
government-
saying that for years.
But that's
We're
what I'm
talking about-
saying.
we're
But
talking-
hold on. But it's because he's trying, I guess, not to piss off the West, but by saying like leave gays alone. But by saying the government doesn't belong in your bedroom, the government hasn't. You're saying, leave people alone. Let them do the thing.
Yeah.
He just doesn't want to overtly come out and say it to not piss them off. I like his strategy. Let him take over first, and then be like, yo, the gays are cool.
There's certain
How funny
things
would
that-
it be if someone asked him, "What do you think about like shock therapy?" And he goes, "That's completely insane. Why would we do that? We should just kill them."
There are
Like,
there's a lot of things though that he's saying that are very, very, very interesting, like the pay-as-you-go act that he wants to implement. He says that
Shadi does look like Palpatine. I don't trust him.
the pay-as-you-go act. He, I don't know if you guys saw this, and we mentioned this in a previous episode, where he said that if he's elected prime minister, one of the first things he's going to do is implement this pay-as-you-go act, which basically means that he will pass a law that would block the government from spending more than the revenues it gets.
That's a
which
good
makes
idea.
a
Who
lot
said
of
this,
sense.
Shadi?
This Poilievre,
Fuck my boy, baby.
you know. And
That's how the economy works.
yeah, and we said this again. He's basing that whole thing on what Bill Clinton did in the U.S., where in the 90s, he bridged like this $400 billion deficit by using exactly that strategy.
And fuck the secretary.
And when
Man
Bush
of many talents.
when Bush was elected and abolished that act,
He also did bang underage girls on an island, so that's not.
allegedly,
Well, there's photos.
that I have in my phone. So I found that very interesting.
What are we looking at? Yeah, Shari is Palpatine.
even has the
that one there.
same like look.
The bottom, that one there.
Oh my god!
Bro,
so
he's
fucking
Palpare. Palpare, the Canadian Palpatine. Shari, Palpare.
So funny.
Palpare, yeah, I like it.
God damn, the resemblance is
Uncanny, yeah. It could definitely be. All right, so we're not voting for that cocksucker. I'm not taking chance. I've seen Star Wars, bro. I'm not taking that chance. I'm not going to start fighting the Sith, bro. I already got to fight taxes.
Look, for what it's worth, and obviously it's two different levels of government, completely different realities, but it was a super exciting time to be in politics here in Quebec under his leadership. I got to say that. And again, I'm not saying that he was the perfect premier in Quebec. A lot of things weren't done the way they perhaps should have, but what a great time it was. I think he's one of the greatest, well, not greatest, but one of the greater political leaders of at least his generation. So I agree.
I remember
agree.
protesting against him.
Yeah, you were.
I took my school. I took everyone out of school and I led them downtown to
But
protest.
would you say that you?
What a young retarded leader I was.
Yeah. Did you do that because it was like, hey, yeah, let's do that? Did you know the facts though that in Quebec we have one of the best funded
No, I had no
bursary
idea.
programs
I
in
was,
North America?
I was indoctrinated by my communist teachers,
Yeah, exactly.
who told me the opposite.
Like
So I was
it
like,
costs, like it costs way less to study here than anywhere else in North America because
I was unaware of all those facts.
because
my
the-
teachers revved me up. They're like, "This guy's a fucking leader."
Yeah,
and then
because
they go, "Yo, the government's trying to fuck you over. They're trying to fuck future generations up.
Yeah.
They're trying to put the cost up." And I was like, "You sons of bitches!" And then I led a
Incredible.
communist charge.
one of the most generous student grant and student what do you call it? Funding programs here in our universities in North America.
Because
So-
communists lie. That's the thing. That's what they did.
Yes.
But you got to give it to the students, man. And from that student movement, you had big leaders that came out, like Gabriel Nadeau-Dubois, who's
And
now
me.
leading the
And me.
NDP, not the NDP, the Quebec Solidaire Party.
And me. You're not mentioning big student leader here, except I went the opposite route.
Were
I went
you
the
even a
freedom.
student then? Or you just
course I was a
joined
student.
the crowd?
I mean, join the crowd. I took my all the in my high school. It was
You
all
were, no,
university.
you were in high school. You
Yes,
were in
I
high school?
was. Yes, I was.
What?
Yeah, Poseidon.
Dude, this is in
Yeah.
2011, 12. You were in high school.
No. You're talking about the Red Square.
Yeah.
No, Charest the Red Square was after. Charest had started in 2000. It was my last year in high school.
That's impossible.
It's not impossible. Go look it up.
Dude, he was elected premier in 2003.
He wasn't primo when Charest was doing it. When Charest was doing it, when they have effigies of him, you don't remember this at all? Go
Effigy.
bring this up. Yeah, go bring this up. You'll see.
What
Let's see what I'm showing
what
you.
was it called? What was the law? What was
We're gonna bring it up right
Student
now.
demonstrations,
Yeah.
Quebec.
Montreal, not Quebec, bro.
Yeah, Montreal.
Jean Charest. What did he want to
Just
do?
type student protest Montreal, and we'll start going back. It was 2005 or 5, I think. 5 or 6. Yeah, 5. It couldn't
Okay,
have been
he
6.
was premier then. Okay.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
I
That's
thought you were
when it
talking about the
happened.
big one in 2012.
Bro, ours
11,
was
12.
huge because every school, everyone was down. Everyone
It
went
wasn't-
downtown.
it wasn't
mostly
bigger than-
university.
no, the
Yes,
biggest-
it was because I was in the middle of it. Everyone was. I was there. I was in Milton. Everyone was there. I was in the middle of it. And then the fucking news. This is how I knew the media was full of shit. I was there. Full, bro, you couldn't move. It was full, okay? It was body to body. It was like a concert, like a rock concert.
Yeah.
And the media showed these fucking fake ass images of like 300 kids somewhere.
Right.
Your friends in the media have been lying since I've been in fucking high school, bro. They were bullshitting. Yeah.
Look, I don't know. I don't remember that one, but I know that the 2011-12 demonstrations were among the biggest ever.
But I was against those demonstrations. I went
Okay, I
downtown
thought
when
you
I was working.
participated- when you're
no,
saying- I
I was
thought you were
against
in
the
that
red
one. Okay.
square, bro. I
Okay,
started
okay,
wearing
okay.
a green square. Don't go fuck themselves.
Okay. Good.
By then I had learned.
Yeah.
But when I was younger in high school, my teachers told me that
But
this
it's
was
possible. But look, just to play devil's advocate, it's very possible that in 2004-5 or whenever you're saying these things happen, that maybe the programs, the grant programs, and the bursary programs weren't as
March 16th, 2005. Thousands of Quebec students protest grant cuts. Yeah, this is what I was protesting.
okay.
Yeah, thousands.
Okay, I
Bro,
found it.
it was fucking tens of thousands, like 100,000 fucking people. It was
Right.
crazy.
But all that to say that movement in 2011-12, you got to give it to the organizers and to the students. I mean, it was a huge freaking movement. They literally brought down the Charest government.
In 05?
Yeah, Emily remembers when.
in 2012.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really? Those worked.
Well, it was huge. Again, look, I don't remember how big the other ones were, but I'm telling you that the 2012, 11, and 12 demonstrations were huge. We're talking
2012
about hundreds of thousands of people demonstrating.
It was the ones that I was against. It was when I even got caught in the middle of one of them on Milton and Park, and it was the riot squad. I remember. They had their pots and pans. They were making noise. They're very annoying. Very annoying.
Yeah. But I mean, look,
hold on. What were they protesting?
They wanted the government to invest more money in student grants and bursaries, and the government's position was like, "Go fuck yourself. We have one of the most generous programs in North America."
My protest, and it's even written here,
Yeah.
the government cut
They cut,
$103 million.
Yeah. So there's
$103 million. The big difference between asking for more and you cutting what we have. This is political jargon that you're using.
Yeah.
That's a big difference.
So I have both protests up. I finally found the Wikipedia page of the 05 one.
Thank
you. 05, Pantelis is correct. It was $103 million of cuts
Yep.
to the grants and
I
loans
protested this. And you
program.
know what? I'm not against my protest. I just
fine.
realized
Okay.
it was a good protest because they cut. So I'm with it.
Now, the 2012 protest, which began in March 2011, the protest was because tuition was going to be raised from $2,168 to $3,793 between 2012 and 2018. So it was going to get an increase of about $1,500 over the span of 6 years, which is not that bad.
That's not that bad. It's inflation.
But nothing here says anything about
There were no
budget
cuts. No, there were no cuts. The argument.
Mine was just and right.
Yeah, I don't know the figures,
But I remember-
based on what you're reading, they were requesting more help to fund their education, and the government was saying, "Listen, you're getting enough." And the other argument was that if, like you're saying, it's normal for tuition to go up because we're losing quality professors. They're going to the U.S. or whatever, so we need to keep these people here. So it only makes sense that the tuition pays for their salaries.
Yeah.
In addition to all the money that the
Yeah, I
government gives to
remember- I
I'm
remember
not
universities
against it.
already.
I'm not
I
against
was-
2012. I was against it. Yeah,
I
I'm
was,
not against it.
I remember the protest. I worked at Casa Grec at the time, and we saw them fucking marching and shit.
Oh, it was crazy.
When I found out,
I remember being very angry at that time. People would get mad at me in the
But I
metro
told you,
'cause I would
almost.
have a green
But I
square.
told you
Oh,
guys,
God.
almost every day our office was like painted in red. They would
my
destroy
God.
the locks, and it's like, dude, this is a private fucking building. We're just renting space here.
I'm very
What are you doing?
anti-communist. But that's why mine was just because they cut stuff that we pay taxes
Yeah, yeah.
for. They cut 103 million. So now I'm proud of my exodus in 2005.
yeah, there's a difference.
I was a good leader.
To be fair, however, when Charest came in power in 2003,
You were wearing the green square. Hold on, the red square was a symbol of protest. Hold on, because there was blue, green, yellow, black, and white.
I didn't know. I only
Hold
found
on.
a green one.
The blue one is worn by people who are opposed to the tuition fee increases and opposed to the student strikes.
Oh, I didn't know those. So I just found a green one and I kept
The
wearing it.
green one, the
so,
green
oh my
one.
God. So wait. They're against the strikes, but they're in favor of the tuition. increase?
No. They're
They're against the tuition.
opposed to the tuition fee increases and opposed to the student strike. So they're red squares.
So they're kind of in the
But
middle.
also, yeah, they're
we
kinda-
don't agree with the
They're like,
tuition.
hey,
hike.
this is not cool, government. But they're also like, hey, students, this is also not
Okay.
cool,
Right,
man.
So what the fuck was I wearing?
They're hippies. You were wearing the green square is worn by those in favor of raising tuition fees. you're an evil
not-
capitalist.
But
No
against,
wonder they hated me.
but against the demonstration, the green one.
That doesn't say that. It's just
So-
in favor of raising tuition fees. That's all it says.
I'm the funniest person ever.
The yellow square recommended by
I was
commentator.
walking around and telling people, "Fuck you, pay more." This is like, no wonder they were. But I used to get some crazy stares.
God damn. Hold on. The yellow square recommended by commentator Richard Martineau, but not widely adopted, would be worn by those who support delaying the tuition increases over a greater period of time.
Okay, he understands the economy.
Okay. The black square is worn by people who oppose Bill 78 and or generally oppose police brutality and civil rights abuses.
yeah.
So that has nothing to do- the
fuck
white
you.
square is worn by parents of students in the
Who are
protest
white.
who would like the students and the government to reach an agreement.
Okay.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, it was like the peaceful
Yeah.
thing to do. Here, it's a white flag.
Although
kind
in
of thing.
'96 there were other student protests also.
There's always been student protests, man.
In
It
'96, they were
seems-
protesting the internet, bro. Stop it.
the end of the world is coming. Are we prepared for year 2000?
Oh wow! It explains why the looks were so aggressive.
Yeah, bro.
And it makes everything so much funnier.
Because
you were literally-
against demonstrations
And
and,
I was telling them,
for
pay more.
increase.
Yeah.
This is amazing. What a life.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's
but for real
funny.
though, increase in everything sucks. However, it's natural, dude. For $2,000 a year,
That's
you can
100%
go to
natural.
university, and you could just pay that with a weekend job.
When I was in
It's funny
university,
that all these students they protested the tuition shit, but shit that actually affects everyone. They don't like the.
But you know why I was very much against them? Because I was working in video games. I was working at the Sunlight Building, and I was very much against them because they kept showing they kept talking to kids on it, and it was a time when iPhones and shit started peaking, like everyone had.
Oh,
one.
yeah.
So people had
they could afford like a $500 phone.
Yeah, they were
and not-
talking. They were talking, and they had stuff on them.
Canada Gooses.
They had stuff on them that was more than a year of tuition. So I was like, "You dumb bitch!
Yeah.
You could afford it." So it was bothering me.
A part-time job of 10 hours a week, you can afford
I'm
it
trying
easily.
to remember what the tuition cost when I was there. I think it was about $250 per class or $280 per class. So,
Look,
and that's
for a full-time
four,
student,
and that's 4 per semester. So that's
Look, for
1,000.
full-
It was, so twice a year, so it's about 2,000. So it was around $2,500 a year back in the day.
well, 2168. I have it exactly here for a full-time student, and a full-time student will cost $37.93.
A full time.
Full-time in
Back
2018.
then or now? In
Now,
2018.
now it costs $4,000. Back then it almost doubles.
2018. Okay, I was way before
Bro,
that.
$4
so
grand for a year of university for a semester.
now.
Yeah.
So that's what? How many months?
That's 6 months. A
No,
semester
it's a
is 3
year.
months.
It's a year, and each semester
Oh,
is
yeah,
is
you're right,
half
you're
a
right.
year. You
6
take
months.
4
Yeah,
courses and 4 courses if you're full. So 8 courses a year, basically. You're
First,
taking.
Yeah,
Four-
but a semester is 3 months. It's September, October,
No,
November.
but I'm saying, but you're paying for 2 semesters. You're paying for a year.
Exactly. So one semester costs only $2,000.
Hold
Bro,
on.
That is 10 times less than what it is
So
in the
you
Well,
need-
States.
look, it went up because when I was there, an entire year was 2,500.
Yeah.
Right, Mike,
Okay,
and
it's
but
normal. I
right
mean, it went
now-
up.
but
I
right
mean, I
now,
graduated
to pay
fucking
for your-
2004.
So to pay for your school year as a university student, who a lot of them have weekend jobs, you need to come up with $333 a month.
Bro,
Bro, they spend come
on, bro. Come on. They spend
Yeah.
more on
Bro, go
fucking
fuck
avocado
yourself.
toast than fucking
and
lattes, bro.
that- and
Come
that's-
on, bro.
I hate that argument though.
And
I know,
that-
but I love saying it.
Yeah, avocado toast
Because
is
it pisses
delicious.
them off.
And that is if you don't have a grant or a bursary.
Yeah.
That covers these things. So, guys, get a fucking part-time job, man. Come on,
Yeah,
like
for
how did-
$300 a month, come on. Like, now
You know what?
go fuck
You know what I think the real issue is that we're avoiding. I think
Kids
they,
are lazy,
They
bro.
just don't want to work.
Yeah,
I
it
think
might be that,
I
bro.
think it's just
'Cause
they
at
don't want to
300
work, bro.
yeah.
I don't get it.
You can work
man.
2 weekends a month and you make
Yeah,
more,
seriously.
I don't know, man,
You could-
guys. I mean, look, we don't know the reality. I mean, I was living at home too, so I didn't have to
I know
worry
the
about
reality. I
rent.
was working full time and I was going to school at night. I know the
Yeah,
reality. I
but
lived
look,
it.
Yeah.
my reality was this. I was working obviously a lot, more than just the weekend.
Me too. I was working full
during
time.
during the week as well. But I didn't have rent to pay. I didn't have food to pay. So the major hydro,
I had all
insurances,
kinds
all
of
that
expenses.
stuff.
I had
So
all kinds of
well,
expenses.
I didn't
and that
have
was
that.
my mom was sick too. I had all kinds of expenses.
Yeah, so
bro.
I wasn't paying that because I was staying home. So if you're a student that moved from somewhere in the regions to live in Montreal so you can go study and you have to come up with I don't know, $2,000 a month in rent, pay your food, pay your.
Hold on, what? $2,000 a month in rent?
What do you think it goes for now, man?
Now, but you're talking about back then.
Now,
You're mixing
but even now,
Yeah, no, I'm talking about now.
students
'cause you're talking-
students live with roommates, bro. They pay $500 a month.
Yeah, it's true. All the
That's true.
comedians I know that live like students pay about
Good,
$300-400 bucks.
Yeah, exactly.
No one has a $2,000 rent by themselves
Yeah.
and they don't have a job. That's insane.
That's right. That's true. Yeah, they.
And they'll take the metro. No. There's
All I'm saying is that it's very possible that they may have.
holy shit. What the fuck is going on?
They may have expenses.
There's a spam bot in the fucking live chat. That's new.
Bro, that's sexy. What do you have a problem with sex? When your parents can't help you at all when you're studying, you have to figure it out on your own. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't.
My parents didn't pay. Look, I remember I paid off Sec 4, Sec 5, obviously all of CEGIP and all of university. So since Sec 4, I've been fully paying my shit, man. You know what I mean?
Same. I don't sit there and be like, well, I just try. I work. I was trying my best.
And I didn't participate in any of these bursaries or
Me neither.
grants or none of that shit.
I didn't qualify for anything.
No, fuck the qualification. I was just too lazy to apply. I'm like, whatever now.
Yeah,
The
because
paperwork.
you were probably making more because the grants.
No, I just didn't know how to do it.
No, he would qualify for the grants guaranteed because it goes on home income.
Oh yeah, I would have. I didn't know how to do it.
Oh, okay.
So
I
if
get
his
it.
mom wasn't working or if there was very low income at home, you definitely qualify guaranteed.
I wouldn't
okay.
know. I didn't
But
know
for
how
me,
to
it was the paperwork. I'm like, paperwork now, fuck it.
And
let
it's
me-
no interest, those grants on top of it.
I was smart enough to make the math, even though I'm not good at math. And I
Point is,
said,
I
okay,
didn't
how
hate
much
it.
does it cost? How much do I make? I think I can cover it. Let me just, do
But
it.
point is, I didn't hate anyone for it. I was like, that's life. I'll work. I'll make my. I didn't complain. I didn't get mad. I was like, it's still affordable, so I just got to work and get it. And
I wonder what the percentage is of students that actually work.
because you can't just complain all the time. You can't, like, that's not a life either, because we're getting kids used to that life. If something's not working out, you complain instead of trying to make it better.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
work to get it.
Right.
That life, man, the truth is it's not fair. We try to make it as fair as possible, but life in general, anything can happen. You get sick tomorrow, car breakdown, knock on wood, anything could happen. Something could come from space, hit you in the fucking head. You never know. It's not fair. You have to do the best you can, but you have to fight for things. You want something, you got to work for it. It sucks. It completely sucks, but we can't just have the default of, okay, I'm just going to complain so someone else could do it for me.
Right.
Come
But
on.
the reason why humanity survived is because people fought for it. This is why we're here. That's what people don't understand. If people in the past just sat there, did nothing, and they didn't fight for anything, we wouldn't be here at this moment.
Sage words.
There's somebody who's in university right now that put a comment.
Yeah, what is it?
William Damars. As a university student, I get by with a part-time job and I own a brand new car and pay for everything except for rent. I live on my parents. People who complain work 5 hours a week and spend it on alcohol.
That's what I noticed too when during the protest.
But look,
'cause-
the important thing though is that he doesn't have the expense of paying rent and all that. So
But he has other responsibilities.
but he has
though.
other.
I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm just saying that it does help the fact that you don't have that expense, right?
Everything
So,
helps,
yeah.
and it helps if you get more roommates. Then like everything, but that's the thing. You have to accommodate for
But
everything.
that's my problem. I wouldn't be able to have roommates. Though,
Me, no.
I can't.
No,
I can't do
Oh,
that.
no, I can't.
Strangers
I
in my
can't
house.
do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it. But culturally, though, a lot of these Quebecers or Montrealers do that. Like, I mean, it's crazy. My brother's father-in-law, he has a bunch of units, and his crazy period is in May, June. But when people move in July, and it's just students. He's like, listen, this is the thing. This is what it costs to figure it out, and they just go find roommates. And I don't understand how people live like that. I mean, I don't judge it. I just wouldn't be able to do it. With
well,
one
look,
kitchen, one bathroom for like
Here's
4 or
the thing.
5 bedrooms.
Well, you do what you can to survive.
yeah.
Yeah. But here's the thing: if you don't have too many stuff, it's not that bad. You just have your clothes and shit.
No, it's not about that. It's about sharing the space. Forget about your stuff. It's sharing the space, dude. It's like
Sharing the space, hold on.
You may be responsible enough to say, look, if I'm by myself, I know I'm gonna clean my clothes. I know I'm gonna clean the house. I'm gonna clean the bathroom. I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna take care of myself. But you don't know how the other people are.
Holy shit! Euro sinks.
Oh yeah, it tied the American
Oh
dollar.
yeah, I saw that.
What the
That's bad.
fuck?
That's
That's
very
absurd.
bad.
Well, there's a huge crisis if you haven't heard in Europe.
No, what's the crisis?
Well,
The Turks are at it again. What's going on? Tell me.
Well, the whole war in Ukraine has affected Europe, man, entirely.
Oh, is that still a thing?
It is a thing.
And Germany has like tripled their budget for military and shit.
Speaking of which, guys, there's a meeting happening today between representatives of the Ukraine and Russia with Turkey mediating, specifically on Turkey's role, and Turkey's fucking playing dirty games again, on allowing passage for the transport of grain from Ukraine to the rest of Europe. And
But why is
obviously
it
the
going
rest
through
of the world.
Turkey? Can it come from the Ukraine straight down?
No, because they control the straits. It goes by boat.
Why does it have to go by boat?
Yeah, why doesn't it
Because
go by
that's how it goes. I don't know.
Okay, but why don't we change it? That's absurd.
That's literally retarded.
That's so stupid.
They're not.
Europe is stupid. Okay, hold on a second.
They have access to Ukraine by land.
Yeah, they have it's full land. Hold on. Let's go.
But maybe-
go to me.
hold on a
Poseidon,
second.
I got a message for Europe. You guys are fucking dumb as shit. And let me tell you why. Number one, you have access. You're landlocked with them. They could go through these fucking friendly countries that have the refugee corridor. You go through Poland. You go all the way down to Greece without going to fucking Turkey. You're going with boats with Turkey, which is hostile right now. It's causing problems. So go the other way. Why are Europeans so stupid? You start the European Union, okay? After 2 fucking world wars, and then 2 world wars that were caused by one fucking country, Germany, and then you have a European Union. You're like, who should be in charge? The Germans. You're all fucking idiots. All right, go on.
Look, I'm not saying that it's not going by land. Maybe it is, but maybe it's not enough, and you need the shipment by sea. So, in any case, the
Holy
point is
shit.
that
matter?
Somebody pays $250 a month for insurance?
Yeah, of course.
damn.
Of course, bro.
it's possible.
Yeah.
Your home, your car, your
Yeah,
life.
No,
bro.
just car insurance.
Yeah, depending
I
on
mean,
the car that
depending
you
on
have,
how old
depending
they
on
are.
how old
That's a
you
little
are.
absurd, but yeah, depending on how old you are and shit, could happen.
Yeah, insurance companies are fucking
Scams.
Yeah, that for Kia, $250 a month.
Oh, that's
Goddamn.
absurd,
I would
bro.
expect like a Mercedes or
Well,
something.
maybe it's the new one, that Telluride, whatever
Doesn't matter
it's
if
called.
it, no. It doesn't matter if it's new, bro. No, it's a Kia Forte GT, but still brand new. Kia $250 a month. That's absurd.
Well, what about his record?
You
Maybe
know
he's
what?
a bad driver. Maybe he has, I don't know.
I'm starting to understand cyclists.
Yeah.
You know what? I still hate them.
Anyways, back to the European thing. I mean, Turkey's playing stupid games, and I don't know what they're trying to get out of this situation. But they're playing the mediator card in the middle of these conversations. They're trying to profit from this whole situation.
How are they tricking them into making money off the Europeans? Like they're just saying, "Pay me more."
First of all, Turkey is an ally of Russia, and now the European Union and all of Western world is pressuring Turkey to facilitate the transport of goods, whether it's food or military.
Aren't they
or,
a terrible ally?
or
Did they
arms.
shoot down Russian jets and helicopters in Syria?
Oh, apparently they're saying so. Water transport is way cheaper than land transport.
Yeah, but not if you don't get it at all, because they're the ones that are holding it hostage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, in any case, I
Hold
mean,
on, let's Google this. I'm curious.
It doesn't matter. It's pointless. The negotiations are happening now on the passage of goods through the Caspian Sea. So all that is obviously linked to the fact that the euro has dropped significantly, which, by the way, is going to help a lot of tourists this year in Greece or anywhere else in Europe.
This is gonna help.
Well,
too.
if the euro is cheaper,
Oh yeah, that's true too. They're gonna spend
you're
more.
going to Greece in September.
Oh
Or
yeah,
no?
keep the euro down, baby.
yeah.
Yeah, keep it down till October, then jack that bitch up.
Then you can do whatever the fuck you want.
What I want is the American dollar to go up high.
Why? Because you have American dollars?
You're goddamn right. I have American dollars.
Yeah, nice. Rich man over here, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, no, or else I wouldn't be asking for it to go up. I'd be happy as is.
Yeah, you wouldn't care.
I wouldn't care. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if you guys have gone downtown at all. Jazz Fest. I mean, there's the Just for Laughs festival that started. I think
The what? The just for laughs. Like there's only 4 laughs. What is this?
Just for laughs.
Interesting.
There is a spike in tourism in Montreal, and I was just wondering if you guys have. I haven't gone downtown at all during this season, this festival season, but we're hitting record numbers in Montreal. In terms of tourism and
Interesting.
so it's cool.
I
It's
thought we're
nice.
in the middle of like a 11th or 15th wave and people are complaining.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It
it
looks like
dropped
people
a
don't give a
lot.
shit anymore, man. The hotels aren't complaining. They're hitting their 90 plus capacity rates.
So what's going on right now? Like, are there lies? Because I heard people the hospitals are overwhelmed. And like, what's going on? What's the reality?
Oh, I saw them disinfecting shopping carts again. I'm like, oh.
Okay, that's fine. I don't mind
I
that.
do
but-
that, man.
Yeah,
I
I
still
don't
do
mind.
that.
Yeah, people touch their dicks and shit. I don't mind any of that. I'm saying what's happening? I'm saying what's happening
you
with
see-
the hospitals? Are we really overrun or?
I don't know. I mean, the cases are rising.
Yeah, but hold on. Hospitals get overrun when
When there's 9 people.
Well,
in
yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yeah, but what he's saying is that there's been, and we spoke about this last episode, where there's a lot of reports coming out. And I don't know if it's because it's happening or it's because they want to prepare us for what will happen in
If they
September.
lock us down again, there's going to be a civil war.
Because, there's a lot of these things coming out to the effect that, getting vaccinated isn't enough. You need to be updated with the current boosters. We're into the 7th wave. Like all these things that are starting to come out again. Legault came out and said, look, we're not, or the health minister came out and said, we're aware that there's another wave, but we're not going to, we're not looking at restrictions for now. So they're not stupid, dude. There's an election coming in October. You think Legault's going to impose restrictions?
People are dumb.
I don't know.
People are fucking dumb.
Speaking of hand sanitizer, did you see those clips that were released of the shooting that happened in Texas?
Uvalde.
Yeah,
I didn't see clips. What happened?
So they have security footage from the cameras in the schools, and I just saw that very quickly where, and we spoke about how ridiculous it was. It took almost an hour to take action, and they're showing the cops in the corridors of the schools where you have one guy walking in and kind of going, taking the hand sanitizer, taking care of his hands, just strolling around.
While there's an active shooter killing kindergartners.
the cops are lined up in the corridor. The moment where they broke the door and they shot the guy. So I don't know how long they were sitting there before this, but we know that it took forever for them to act. So you have one guy walking around and putting hand sanitizer just to like as if nothing is fucking happening.
Wait, what? Hold on,
They're just relaxed. They're just chilling.
Yeah.
Like, this is the thing. Yeah. It's just a bunch of toddlers getting shot. Who cares?
I think they've been exposed to it so many times now.
They haven't. What are you talking about? It's not a normal occurrence.
No, it's not mass shootings in the U.S.?
Yeah, it's not a normal occurrence.
No, that specifically, from the very beginning, they were criticized for taking fucking an hour.
Don't you
remember the reports of parents running in?
Yeah, why would you defend cops that
I
didn't
was
do
not
their job
defending
and
cops.
children died?
Because the cops came out, the cops came out and they're like, we did our blah, blah, blah. But now there's footage showing them doing nothing.
No, they didn't do anything. Yeah, no, I'm not defending them.
They were chilling. They weren't traumatized. They were just chilling.
Did you guys see the pictures that were released by NASA?
About Uvalde school shooting?
No. We're moving on from there. There's this pictures that came out.
Fake news.
James Webb Telescope. This is a new satellite or a new telescope.
Okay, I misunderstood. Okay.
You caught
there's
on
an
there?
image of a cop holding his gun while looking through his phone while the shooter is active.
Yeah, they didn't care.
Okay, I just understood. Okay, I misunderstood completely.
And there were some images released by NASA. Really impressive shots, guys. This is like it's a first, obviously. Showing galaxies that are situated close to 5 billion light years away. Sorry. So close to 5 billion light years away. I don't know if you saw these images. It's fucking spectacular images.
Oh, it's fake.
It's not fake.
It's fake.
Okay, sure.
Let me see.
I brought it up for you
back.
guys.
Hold on.
This is one of them.
Yeah.
That's right now?
Look how amazing that is.
There's no way.
No. That's in the past because it's
no, man. It says James Webb Telescope images.
Yeah, bro.
No. I mean, you misunderstood.
Bro, look at the coloring, bro. Malaka, that looks so fake, right? That was like watercolors.
Okay.
That's an image from the telescope.
That's an image.
Bro, you turn off your fucking volume in there, bro, before I come over there.
That's impossible.
Oh, I'll try. So even the ones on the bottom there, yeah. See?
Yeah, this is an exploding galaxy, I think, or some shit.
I don't know what the fuck it is, man. I'm not a scientist,
This
but
is just a telescope?
This is the satellite. So they launched it. The satellite.
This is one of them.
The satellite
But
apparently
the
is
image that they're receiving, it happened billions of...
Obviously, bro, because that's how it works, dude.
You're saying stuff that you learn in kindergarten you think no one else knows, so you can... Bro, that's not part of the argument.
We just said it's close to 5 billion light years away. So the images we're getting now, chances are this doesn't even exist in reality now.
This is wild. This is bamboozle.
I'm just saying it's impressive. You know,
the color, it looks fake, though.
It does, right? It does, but it's real, and it's just... It's fascinating to see... First of all, the evolution of the technology to be able to get images like this. It's obviously images that are going to help our scientists understand much better what's happening in the universe with all these different galaxies that we're getting. The satellite...
And you looked at security camera footage. I don't believe that this is real.
Okay, there was
it's
one
so
image.
crappy, man.
There was one that showed
look at
galaxies colliding, basically.
Someone even wrote in the chat, NASA stated that their images were black and white and they had to color it. Yeah, it looks fake.
I don't know about that.
The colors, yeah.
This is galaxies colliding, basically.
I don't know.
It looks too movie-esque.
I don't know. I think it's awesome. I mean, just it's really cool. And I'm not a space geek. I don't know anything about this.
You're a space geek.
But the satellite there, that telescope is actually on a satellite that is situated 1.5 million kilometers outside Earth. So it's really like in space.
That telescope is in space?
Yeah. It's not on Earth. It's not on planet Earth. Yeah,
Shit.
it's launched. It's on a satellite far away from Earth, looking into space and bringing us all these cool images.
Because they won't have like clouds and shit in the way.
Yeah, and it's done specifically with these filters to block out the sunlight. It's really amazing technology.
If this is real, how come they're not showing us photos of other civilizations? No aliens.
I don't know, man. I don't know, but that'd be cool.
It's true.
Man.
You think they can zoom in on Mars, huh? And
No, I don't think people live on Mars, bro.
No, but I mean, like they would be able to like zoom in on planets. Like the nearest planet is
we
Mars.
could, and if
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, if you could zoom into galaxies far away, what's up with Venus?
Yeah, seriously, we could just zoom in and be like, "Yo, what's happening on
But we
motherfucking
have-
Mars?"
but we do have
Are they
clo-
protesting tuition hikes?
no, but we do have close-up images of these planets.
No, all the Mars photos are garbage.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because the satellites that are or the telescopes or whatever that are sending us images are shit.
So why don't you point this bad boy there?
This guy's pointed elsewhere, 5 billion light years away. That's where this guy's
Point
pointed.
it to, but just turn. Turn your head, bitch.
But isn't that incredible? Like, honestly, it's fascinating to me. Like, and I understand nothing.
But how? Here's my question: how would this help us and our scientists?
Well,
Listen to me. I'll explain to you.
God. Go
I'll
ahead.
tell you how it would help.
here it comes.
In order, but it's true. In order for these scientists that look at these images, in order for them to have a livelihood, they need budgets from the government. The government demands results. These are the results of their work.
Yeah.
It's a cycle. They go, you give me $18 billion, I'll get you a photo that they're going to paint over because there's no light. And the government is like, bro, that's a sound business investment. Let's do it.
No, but how's it gonna help us like to advance our civilization?
We
let's
don't
say?
It
know.
won't, but it will give us insight as to what else is going on in the universe.
But also,
Yeah.
it's not real insight because that happened billions of years ago.
I know, but if you
Yeah,
can
but you gotta-
understand, if you can understand,
you got to know what the past is to
yeah,
know
if
what
you,
you're doing
yeah,
in the
if
future.
you can understand, because so far, I mean, I remember in the article that I was reading, they had identified a galaxy or a star that was 300 times the sun, and that lasted only about 1 million years. But now, when you're getting information about other galaxies where their sun or their star has lasted for I don't know, longer, you get to understand, the evolution of that galaxy, and is that similar to ours? I don't know, man. There's a lot of it's science things that we don't understand. But I'm for sure there's things.
A
there.
lot of this is a waste of money. I'll be honest with you. A lot of it is a waste of money because they should be investing in maybe all that money, billions, of getting us, number one, getting a moon base.
Yeah.
So that then it's easier for us to jump.
That's the
from
thing. It would
planet
make
to
more
planet.
sense to me if this was a.
But it's true. It's easier from the moon to get to Mars
Yeah.
than from Earth to get to Mars. And then once you get to Mars easily from the moon,
But the fact
then
that
you
that-
build
yeah.
a Mars base.
But the fact
And
that hasn't happened, doesn't it bring like all these question marks?
About
Like,
aliens.
why aren't you able to go and land on the moon? And you're making us believe that the moon landing actually happened. Like, why can't we reproduce that? Why did it only happen just once?
Well, because it's very expensive.
yeah, but look at the money they're injecting in this sort of technology.
Yeah, your
like,
cell
he's
phone has
right.
more tech than the
Yeah,
spaceship
sure.
did when they
you
went
can
to
have
the moon.
you can have a space base on
Well,
on
in
the
their
moon.
defense, even if the videos we saw were fake, which they probably were, I get why they would do that to beat the Russians.
Oh, for sure.
I get it. You need a mental. That's something that I'm not against. Like I understand that the government most likely lied about that, the U.S. government. But I'm like, good job. You got to win against the commies. They had to win the space race. I get it. I'm cool that if I find out in 10 years, they're like, look, the moon landing was faked because of X. I'd be like, you know what? I support that fakery.
And if there's a way, to establish
The
like
enemy of my enemy is my friend.
No, it's more of like, did you want because the communists were fucking, dude, they were getting close.
Yeah.
They were
well, they
fucking-
were in space
Yeah,
first.
Yeah, they
They
were in
sent,
space
like,
first. But they had the
chimpanzees.
cosmonauts, they had chimpanzees, they had all kinds of dogs.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like the way you said that. Chimpanzees.
Yeah.
No, but at the end of the day, if there's a bigger risk of actually landing because of different circumstances that you can't control, to build space stations on the moon or elsewhere, rather than to just having them like kind of like at a satellite, like floating in space, which
Yeah.
maybe is easier, just launch it up there and get it there.
That's what I'm saying. Build a lunar base, and then you can just keep going back
Yeah,
and
but
forth.
if it's difficult because of
rumor has it, and I think you could find Neil Armstrong said this in an interview that there was entities there who said, "Get the fuck out of here." That's why we're not going back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, apparently China has landed on the dark side of the moon in 2019.
I didn't see anything about that, but
Yeah.
China lies too. And are they dealing with aliens?
I don't know.
Do they have some kind of backdoor deal?
Oh, it's the first spacecraft in history to attempt or achieve a landing.
Those are two different things.
Area.
But
what's the-
attempting
what's
and
the- what's the
achieving.
whole- what's
How
the-
do you have the record? You either attempted or achieved it.
What's
Then,
the whole
guys, hold
thing?
on. I'm setting right now my sights. I am attempting to jump over Kilimanjaro. I would like the record for attempting or achieving.
But what's the
jumping
whole
over
thing about the
Kilimanjaro.
dark side of the moon? Like, what's the whole thing around that? I don't get it.
The Transformers are hiding there. Yeah.
No,
No, but what's the whole argument of that? Like, I don't know. What's the
people
whole deal?
wanted to know what's on there because you can't see. Even if you have a telescope, let's say here
Yeah.
from Earth, and you're trying to see, you know what really is going on.
Right.
Yeah, the
They wanna know what's
Decepticons are
up.
there.
Who cares? You know what the other side looks like.
Because there's arguments that the moon is unnatural. The argument is because the reason why we have our tides and the reason why life works the way it works on Earth is the moon, and there are scientifically it's proven like that's how our tides work.
Right.
So, but the way we have when they look at other planets, they go it seems unnatural. So then the argument starts happening: was this planned? Did somebody put us here? And then you start getting into ancient alien theory, and then you go into a rabbit hole.
Right.
That's why the moon, even though it's old and it's always there, we look up, it still brings up so many questions and it piques people's curiosity when they think about it. What could be going on up there? What's going on behind it? Why are the astronauts that first went there? Why are there interviews of them saying sketchy shit about seeing
I don't know
aliens?
about that, man. I'm
Why
much
does
more.
it affect women's emotions so much?
I'm much more curious to know what's happening, like in those galaxies, like 5 billion light years away.
I'm more interested about what's happening here, bro. You fucking
but-
you gossip queen. You want to know what they're doing? I don't know what they're doing. I want to know what's happening
I'd
here.
love to know if there's a planet that has maybe a similar development like Earth. Like, I mean, we can't be the only planet that has these specific conditions on creating life.
We're not.
You know what I mean? In
There's,
the entire universe. Like,
there's-
there's no way.
There's an infinite amount, I think.
What if we're just an aquarium?
No, that's dumb. We're not an aquarium. It's I don't know what we are, but there's still a lot of questions. I'll tell you what we're not. We're not flat.
That's. Oh God! I've told you I have a relative, that thinks Earth is flat.
Everybody
and,
does. There's a lot of them.
I just don't fucking understand it.
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
I get it.
You had that guy on your show that
Yeah.
that tried to convince you that.
David Weiss, yeah, he's one of the most prominent flat earthers on the planet,
Oh yeah.
on planet Earth, on the globe.
Did he convince you at all?
No, it was me laughing mostly. I tried to give him, but I was like, bro, this is ludicrous.
Like, it's not even worth it at that point to even attempt to
Yeah.
to slide in any argument.
Yeah, no,
Jeez.
it's complete lunacy, but I understand why. The problem is the government. The government lies so much that after a while, some people don't believe anything the government says, and in fact, they'll go the opposite. The government could say it's raining, they'll be like, "The fuck it is," even though they could see it's raining because they don't want to believe the government. That it's like the boy who cried wolf kind of syndrome.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Poseidon, we start shutting this bitch down.
Hell yeah!
All right, let's go prepare the new chairs. So listen,
Already
guys,
done.
If you already done,
Goddamn
you're
right,
the
because
man.
I'm a motherfucking
So,
gangster.
guys, if you like this show, subscribe to this channel. Tell your friends. Share it. New podcasts every week. Mr. George Chandrizos has his own podcast. He's wearing a shirt right now called Just Us Dads. The only podcast by dads, for dads, but heavily promoted by moms. Odd, isn't it? It is. Just Us Dads comes out weekly. Links are in the description. Follow George. He's got the Backstage podcast as well. Follow him on Instagram. Follow him on Facebook. Follow him on the Twitter. He doesn't tweet much, but follow him on Instagram mostly. That's where he's mostly active. Check out Poseidon online, Poseidon69. That's his handle on Twitter and on Instagram. He's also on TikTok. So follow him there. He's also on Twitch, twitch.tv/Poseidon69. A lot of fun these guys having on the internet. It's very good.
Yes.
So follow Poseidon. Links again in the description. Phil was not able to be here today. He had another thing to take care of. So follow Phil also in the chat. Phil can make an adult film for you. And by adult film, I mean a commercial, because adults own businesses. He can make a business commercial for your business. That's what adults do. Adults don't do anything else. Nothing sexual. Phil.balance.com. Check that out. PantelisComedy.com. Follow my stuff. If you're bilingual, you speak French, we got many shows coming next week. My 1 hour, July 21st. Pantelis, the last of the real ones in French. Get your tickets now. And if you get tickets for the Thursday show, at the end of the show, we will be giving 10 tickets away to lucky fans to join us at the Bell Center the day after for Mike Ward Suzukut Live. And then on that Saturday, if you work during the week and you can't get out till Saturday, the 23rd, again, my 1 hour at Plaza Zar. Pantelis, Le Dernier de Vrai, the last of the real ones, happening at Plaza Zar. Get your tickets now at panteliscomedy.com for all of those links. A new episode, 2 Drink Minimum, is dropping everywhere in 7 minutes, but it's already available on the YouTubes. So thank you guys very much, and go fuck yourselves.